Mega Mike the Movie Man here. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a fun stream tonight. We're celebrating all the movies of 2022. We're doing a top 5 ranking here. I'm going to be joined today by an awesome panel of blue tubers and collectors out there and just moviegoers. So this is going to be a lot of fun. How this is going to work is we're going to go through just kind of some introductions. We're going to get into all our 5 favorites by different rounds of movies we picked out for the year. We will have a bonus round of honorable mentions. So even if your movie doesn't get picked in one of our 5, stay around throughout the entire video for those honorable mentions because they'll probably be brought up there. We'll get through those and then we'll just kind of celebrate and close out for tonight. So I'm going to bring everybody out here. Let's go ahead and get started with the kind of award master out there. Let's bring in Derek. How are we doing out there, Derek?
I'm good, thank you. I am the award master, I guess. But yeah, on my channel, Convicted Cinephile, hence the name on the screen, I do a lot of award season stuff during awards season. But you know, the rest of the year I do random pickups and hauls and unboxings and all that stuff we all do. But next week, I'll promote it now before I forget. Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing another tournament live stream of all the Best Picture nominees of the 1990s. So it's all 50 movies in a bracket tournament voted on with myself and my panel, including Mike, who will be on the show with me as well. So I did a little intro video today. I haven't uploaded it or anything, so I'm getting ready. Now all I have to do is download all 50 posters and make the bracket, but that only takes, an hour or two. So
yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for that stream. I'm like getting my movies, watching them again through the 90s, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I got 2 questions for you, Derek. Yeah. First is going to be kind of your overview of the 2022 year, just with movies coming out. How do you think the release kind of schedule went? And then also, if you have a kind of a guesstimate number of how many new movies you saw this year.
I'm not enough to be qualified to do this. I'll tell you that. I don't get to see movies in theaters very often because I have a young kid. So the rare occasion I do get to go to the theater, it's often with him. So I saw a couple kids movies, but he likes superheroes and stuff. So I was able to see at least a couple of the Marvel movies in theaters with him. So that was fun. Other than that, I usually end up waiting for their home release. And most of the movies I like come out towards the end of the year. So I'm still waiting on seeing most of them. So I've probably only seen in the upper 20s of new movies, sadly, that actually were released this year. But I'm picky, so I think I chose well.
Yeah, you definitely got some good Oscar contender ones in there, so you definitely picked some great ones to watch at least. All right, let's go ahead and bring in no stranger to the streams. Tim, how we doing out there?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to talk 2022 movies.
I know, Tim, you were like telling us, oh, you haven't seen that many movies this year. I'm like, oh, Tim probably only seen 5, maybe 10. And you gave me a different number. What was your number for the year?
41, which I thought felt on the lower end because there's a lot of stuff like Batman and Multiverse of Madness and a lot of like big stuff I didn't see yet. So I felt like my 41 was on the low end. Oh.
Well, the ones you did see, how'd you enjoy those? Out of the 41, do you feel like you picked some good ones out of that?
For the most part, there's the Jurassic World Dominions and a couple of stinkers in there, but I saw plenty of good ones. There was about like 15 contenders for this. So I saw some good ones.
All right, and let's bring out another moviegoer. I really enjoy watching his movie vlog trips, so that's why I had to get him on this stream. We got Brian Goes Blue. How we doing, Brian?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Doing great. Yeah.
Blended.
So, Brian, what is your number for this year? About how many movies do you think
for 2022 movies? We saw 48 movies.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
I'm only 7 behind Brian. I expected. Yep. I thought I was going to be way low.
Well, I counted all the movies I watched over the year. It was like 260 something. So, but
yeah,
48
I think I'm
2022
total.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. Yeah. If you include other movies.
It's hard to watch a movie every day.
Oh yeah, well, you got 200 something in. That's really good for the entire year.
Yeah.
So that's almost every day.
Almost. Yeah.
All right, and let's bring out another moviegoer, Terrell. How we doing out there, Terrell?
I'm here. Yes, I'm great. Thank you. So movie wise, y'all okay? So I feel like I watch movies almost every day too, especially the first half of the year. And I have no way to like track that, but Letterboxd, I tracked most of my films, and it was 227. So I don't know. There's a lot that I didn't track, so it could be closer to 300. But yeah, so 227 is my number for 2022.
Ooh, that is definitely a good amount. And you've seen some movies, Terrell, I haven't even seen. You went to the theaters to see like The Mean One.
Yes, I did.
I
nice.
didn't get to see that. I never went to a theater near me.
That might be on my list. Stay tuned.
Ooh. All right, and
How
then
y'all doing tonight? Y'all all good?
We're doing good.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're doing great.
no complaints.
All right, and then we'll bring in last but not least, of course, he goes to the same movie theater as I do, but we've never actually been there at the same time yet, but it will happen one of these days. Let's bring in the 4K lowdown. How we doing out there?
What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for having me on, Mike. I came in right at the last second. You guys were just starting.
No,
It's okay,
I
you're
made it.
fashionably late.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the fashion, but I'm late. So my official count for new movies that I saw this year was 145.
Wow.
Nice.
nice.
Ooh, that's really good. 145 total movies or
Total?
new?
New,
Okay.
just new.
Ooh, that's
Damn.
really
Wow.
good.
I'm
I
probably
think that
somewhere
beats
in
my
the,
number for sure then, because for just going to Regal, I was at 76, not counting repeats of when I saw a movie again, the same one. With other few theaters thrown in there, maybe another 3 or 5, and then like streaming titles, maybe a dozen. So I'd be only getting about the 90 or so. So David, I think you won that one then.
Yep.
All right, let's
Jeez.
kind of check in here with the comments.
Must be nice.
Mhm. All right, got Dell on movies. What's up? Got Craig saying hi, Mike. Adrian says, hey there, Mike. Michael says, hi, everyone. We got Coco in here. Hey, everyone. Happy
Coco.
New Year. Is Coco going to come by and say hello, Brian? Is she going to pop in?
Yeah.
She's watching in the other room. She could
Oh,
come
okay.
by.
Hall and Oates says, good evening.
Evening. Hey.
Adrian says, hi, Coco. Happy New Year, too.
Mhm.
Coco, hi, Adrian. Thanks. The same to you. We got The View with Drew. Hey, what's up? Got KB Loves Movies. Hey, everyone. Got that spicy 4K action. Hey, everyone. Happy Friday.
I like that name.
Michael. I know it. It's like, whew. Adrian, what's up, KB? KB saying, hey, Michael.
KB.
Adrian.
I love that guy. He's awesome.
We got Charles, the Overlook Theater sent me. Oh, well, thank you so much, Charles,
thank
for
you.
being here.
Oh, Charles.
Awesome. Definitely
Turn up.
subscribe to the channel, of course.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you so
Chuggy.
much.
Nice.
Amazing Anna's
Oh,
here.
Anna,
Hey,
you know I
everyone.
love her. I need to drink with her one day. Period.
I know she has to pop by the stream. Amazing
Oh,
Anna. I know you're out there. Make a guest appearance sometime.
Yes.
Surprise us with something.
That'll be great.
All right, we got Huck in the house. What's up,
up,
party
Huck?
people? Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be a party tonight. Let's go. This is like the
Ooh.
after party from the show last night. So
Oh,
we're gonna
nice.
get something.
We're all
That was a
three.
good show, by the way.
Yeah, I
Oh,
watched it
thank
earlier.
you
It was
so
good.
much.
Mhm.
Yes. Della Movie says, hey all. Adrian,
What's up,
hey
Del?
Huck. Della Movies. Lord Battle, hey y'all. That's a great
Hey.
name. Lord Battle. That's the first time I'm seeing Lord Battle in here. That's amazing. All right, amazing. Anna, I see your faces,
Hey.
Terrell.
I love Anna.
Various faces.
Magic hands. What's up, everyone? Ooh, now we got the magic in the house tonight. Charles, hey Ross. Got Mika in the house. Hi, everyone.
Mika.
Mika.
She's everywhere.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Della
She-
Movies.
she supports
Dave
everyone.
Beatley.
Yeah, she's awesome.
105.22 releases for me so far. Dell,
Dang.
I think you even beat my number right there. That's great.
Good job, Del.
Lord
Thank
Battle, Chuggy.
Mhm.
Amazing Ann says yes to drinks.
Mhm. Turn up.
Mika says
Oh,
Terrell
thank
just
you.
watched your new video. Great.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Adrian says, hi, Mika. Hi, Michael. Hi, Adrian. Goga says, there's one of my fellow Lost girls. Hey, Mika girl. Yeah, amazing. Anna was just contemplating being part of the Lost Girls. So we'll see what happens. Tales from the Shelf says, what's up, everyone? Dimension Scott, hello, everybody. Adrian, hey there, Dimension. Dimension Scott, how's everybody doing? All right, awesome. Thank you all for joining in the chat. We definitely want to make this a very interactive night, so keep those comments going. Any questions about the movies for 22, definitely put those in the comments. We'll get to that. And just to remind everybody, if you're visiting for the channel first time, make sure you mega smash that subscribe button. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all things movies. You guys know I do a ton of out-of-theater reactions. Make sure you like, of course, and once again, leave those comments. All right, so let's get right into fifth favorite movie of 2022. So we're going to work our way up from last place up to first place. But because this is a top 5 for all of us, these are all still going to be pretty great movies, even at the fifth spot. So let's get right into the award expert here. How we do it?
Wonderful. Well, this one will probably get nominated for Best Picture, so I guess it's fitting, right? I was officially the last person in the country to see this movie. I finally watched it this week, and I had zero interest in it while it was being made. I had mild interest seeing it in theaters, only because I heard of how surprisingly good it was, and apparently it's one of the greatest movies ever made, according to the case. That would be Top Gun Maverick.
Ooh.
I still haven't seen the first Top Gun. I own it now, but this made me want to watch it. But I doubt it's going to be half as good as this, to be honest with you. That's what I've heard. Tom Cruise actually has to act in this movie, which he doesn't really do in the original, from what I've heard. It's a good movie to see without having seen the original, because it gives you just enough backstory to understand it. Like, I'm alive long enough to know what Top Gun is and who's in it and all that jazz. So I got it enough to not need explanation. Seeing Val Kilmer in a movie again was wonderful. I miss Val Kilmer. Go watch Val, the documentary, if you haven't. That's on Amazon Prime, I want to say. It's great. Came out last year. But yeah, it's really just a good old-fashioned blockbuster like they used to make them in the 80s and 90s with, practical effects, if anyone remembers what those are. It's, to me, I was talking to Tim about it. It's basically Armageddon set in reality, and then the ending basically just ripped off Star Wars. But beyond those weird little flaws that give it too much credit, I would say it's brilliantly shot and it was entertaining as hell, and I definitely want to watch it again at some point soon. So
nice.
Welcome to the danger zone. Oh, also I forgot to say, my friend legally changed his middle name to Danger when he got married, because he took his wife's name because his last name was Seaman. And we played the format of the
It's
song.
probably spelled SIEMEN or something, right?
Yes, it's not spelled the right way. But it was enough to change his name and legally change his middle name to Danger in honor of Top Gun.
Got it.
This
That's a
this
story.
might be known by everybody, but in that scene when in the very beginning when he first takes off, right as Ed Harris arrives and the top blows off, that was completely accidental. The top blew off that guard shack thing, but they could only film it once. So I just thought that was cool. That one single shot made it in the movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it adds to it. Yeah, it was a real plane, but then they CGI'd the concept plane over it or whatever. I was reading about it. It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the jet sequences are just impressive.
Yeah, and that made your list, Derek, even though you said you didn't see the first one, right? So it was so good.
It's just so
even
damn
without the
entertaining
first one,
that
still got into your
it
top 5.
squeaked into number 5 for me.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know when you go back and see the first one and then watch Maverick again, if that makes it any better, if it enhances the experience.
We'll see. I'll have to watch it on IMAX somehow.
All right, Tim, what do we got?
All right. I struggled with my number 5 here, but I'm going to highlight a movie that I'd be shocked if any of the rest of you have it on here, or how many of you even saw it. But The Outfit, that came out very early, 2022.
Good choice. Great choice.
It is so freaking good. For anyone that likes shot in single location movies, the entire movie is inside Mark Rylance's tailor shop. And it's about him getting entangled with the mob, and it's a mob war going on. But the whole movie is from the perspective inside this tailor shop. It is so gripping. Mark Rylance kills it like always. I swear to God, he is one of the most underrated actors. I mean, he's an Oscar winner, but I don't feel he gets as much love, and he always kills it every single role and kills it in this. So yeah, if you like single location movies, I cannot recommend checking out The Outfit enough. All the performances were great, and by the end, I was like, holy crap, this is a badass movie. So yeah, definitely check that one out.
How did I know you were gonna pull that title, Tim? I had that feeling. I'm like, you're pulling The Outfit for sure.
What is
So
that
good.
about? Actually, I've never seen that. What is that about?
Very good.
It's basically he's called a cutter in it, but people call him a tailor. But
Okay.
he does work for a mob boss, and he gets entangled, and it's all in one night, and he gets entangled in basically a mob war, and it's him trying to work his way out of it. He's kind of playing both sides. It is brilliant. Absolutely
Okay.
brilliant.
So it's like an action movie.
No, not an action.
Thriller.
It has action moments in it, but it's more of like a suspense thriller type movie.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of like Alfred Hitchcock movies. So if you like those kind of movies, especially like Rope and things like that, it's excellent, very tenseful and suspenseful, and the dialogue, the writing is just so good.
Yes. Yep.
All right, let's see the 4K lowdown. What do we got?
Okay, so I had a 4-way tie for number 4 on my list. So so I had to 2 were odd man out. So my number 5 for the year with an 8.6 out of 10 on the lowdown was The Menu.
Ooh, that movie's great.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I watched that this week. Yes, it was
That
very
movie's
good.
really good. I got a cheeseburger afterwards. That was everything.
It definitely makes you want to
All I
cheeseburger.
wanted after
I
that
sure
movie.
did.
Makes
And
me
that
want
girl,
I want some s'mores from that.
yes, and that girl, that main girl, she did a great job as the hooker, the hoe, whatever she was. That was
Yeah.
great.
It was good. Yeah, I watched that this week too. It was really good.
Y'all all seen it already, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that movie was
I
super fun.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim.
Oh.
Watch it.
It's about
Someone else
I'm
worried
watching it on
over
HBO
here.
Max.
Maybe she's a
Yeah.
hooker, maybe she's not. Don't worry about it.
That's not like a twist or anything. It happens, you know.
Yeah. It's not a twist.
You learn it early enough.
She just wears a slip in the movie, so it's kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
But that's a great movie. That definitely is on my list per se. But my list, it's my turn. I'm going into my list a little bit different, I guess. I'm gonna do all horror per se. I did like a lot of standouts, like Wakanda Forever was great. Multiverse of Madness was amazing. The Menu was great. A lot of those, but I feel like you guys might already pick those. So I'm going a little bit different. So my number 5 is gonna be Two Witches. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is from Arrow. This came out, I think, festivals last year. But this is great. Rebecca Kennedy plays this girl right here. Ain't she look creepy? Uncle Frank Productions did the artwork for this, so check him out. And Arrow did a great job with this. Look at this awesome cover. But anyways, this movie has like 2 different like timelines, I guess, per se. It's about 2 witches, well, hence the title. And one's an older one who's almost becoming, her time is up. And this new girl, I guess her granddaughter's going to take over. But it's crazy because she's super timid. And I like how it shows her progression. Like she's this timid girl who's just weird as fuck. Her opening scene is her riding this dick and then she starts choking him. But people is into that. So, turn up. But then it goes to her. She's just weird. It's an artsy kind of film. It has some cool gore, some cool moments, some twists. And I love me a good twist. And I don't know. I hell like this movie. I got this on Blu-ray. And I like this so much. I think I was in bed sick. I don't know. Maybe I was just hyper focused. Maybe the medicine I was on. I don't know. But when I was watching it, I was just so into it. So I watched all the bonus features. Look at this. That's a lot. That's too much to be watching. But I watched it all. And the interviews were great. And this is kind of set up for a prequel because the new one's coming and it's going to like branch off upon the lore of these witches. So I don't want to spoil it too much because I'm good at that. But watch this. It's pretty creepy. Pretty like what the hell is going on? And Rebecca Kennedy did her thing. Turn up. All right, my number 5.
I didn't realize that was a new movie. I remember it coming out, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I never even heard of it actually.
Oh, look into it. I liked it. It was a lot of fun.
So that movie came out this year then, Terrell?
Yes, it did. It hit Blu-ray this year. It
Wow.
hit streaming this year in September 2022, just in time for Halloween. And it was in a lot of festivals last year, but it came out this year, which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Check it out.
All right, Brian, what do we got?
All right, my number 5. I can't even show a physical copy because it's only on streaming now, but it's a Barbarian.
Ooh,
And-
nice.
Nice. That would be on my list. I knew someone was gonna say it. I knew it.
Yep. So
That's an amazing movie.
yeah,
Amazing.
Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, Justin Long, and Richard Brake in a real great role there. But I like all the twists and turns in this movie. There's a lot of different shit that goes on. It kind of threw you off. It was a great theatrical experience too, because you had the whole Airbnb thing, and then you had the whole like hidden shit underneath the house and everything. All the craziness with that incest and all that crazy shit going on down there. But yeah, just the monster in there was nuts. The gore was awesome. Justin Long being such an asshole was great. It was really funny. And it's funny that it was directed by Zach Kreger, who did a lot of the Whitest Kids You Know stuff back in the day.
Funny. I didn't know that
So it's just really random that he was the director of that. So just a standout one from the year for me. And it sucks that it's not on physical.
It is weird that it's not.
That movie was great because like even the trailer didn't really give a lot away for that
Yeah,
film.
exactly.
But when I went into it, I knew nothing about it, and that's the best way to do it. That theater experience was insane. My mouth dropped so many fucking times, and that is my number one for sure. It's not gonna be on this list, but that is an amazing movie, and I think everyone should watch that. And good pick, Brian. I knew it. That was great.
Yeah, I know, Tim. That's one of your favorites, right?
Tim loves
That's
it.
your number one. I know.
I was hoping no one would bring that up. I am very much so in the opposite camp on Barbarian, but I'm not gonna
What? You
shit
didn't
on
like that
someone
movie?
liked it.
You didn't like
I
that boy
I hated it. I hated it.
sucking on hairy nipples? That movie was crazy.
But that's the great thing about that movie. It's like you either loved it or you hated it.
Got it. I loved it.
I loved it too. It
I
was
loved
Stupid characters aside, I enjoyed it enough
Mhm.
because that's
Yeah.
why Tim loves it so much. I liked it until they left the house. Like I think
Oh.
that, like I don't know, something about it was just like, no, I don't care anymore, and it got weird.
Yeah.
Like
This is
weirder
me-
than it needed to, I should say. But I
This is me
enjoyed.
reading. This is me reading too much into stuff. But even
Oh, Tim.
they show the house, the Airbnb, in the darkness, and it's supposed to be this big revelation that it's in a crummy part of town. It's like, do you not look up MapQuest or where you book at all? Like, is this a weird concept? You just book places without looking at anything? I'm sorry, just
See, Tim, you're thinking too much
You're
about the
thinking too
movie there. You went
Whole
into
universe.
it with
And
the
that girl-
outlet mind, and
Yeah,
you
she
didn't go
half
into it
white.
with the
So
horror
that's
genre
the thing to
mind.
do. She was just trying to get something cheap. That's what that was.
She wasn't the only one that did that too. Bill Skarsgård did.
Oh,
too.
that's true. He weird though.
No.
You see,
Everybody's stupid.
The
People
The
are
whole
stupid.
place
You
was
just gotta
booked
accept
for
it, I
that
guess.
convention or whatever it was, so they had to go and
And
find
Justin Long owns the damn
was
house.
booked.
So
yeah,
it's
he
like,
owned the house.
Yeah.
That movie was great, Tim. You got to watch that
Oh.
again.
uh,
more alcohol, and then Tim can watch it.
All
Okay.
right, so now to get into my number 5, and I just recently saw this movie, and I know Derek was actually talking about this movie backstage. I'm actually going to go with Babylon for number 5. A lot of it is like a nonstop, wild Hollywood party. To me, it's
Wow.
the filthiest movie of the year in a good way. So
Oh, it's
Excellent.
Mike Booty
Yeah,
Man.
it,
Oh,
it
I
brought,
gotta
it
see
brought the
this.
filthy. It definitely brought the filthy, but it all made sense. But if you love movies, like you love filmmaking, the art of making movies, I think you will definitely get something out of it. And just being a YouTuber in itself, I could relate to a lot of the scenes in the movies. Like, I'm not going to go into it just in case people didn't see it, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I go through those same struggles just making YouTube videos. And the movie has a lot more comedy than I would expect it to. So I was laughing a whole bunch in the movie. So there's definitely some great comedic moments too. Yeah, it's a super long movie. It's like over 3 hours long.
Ooh.
But if you stick with it, I think it pays off, especially like literally the last few minutes of the movie. How they end that movie is like mesmerizing. One of the best endings I've ever seen for a movie. Just for if you love filmmaking. That's the thing. If you don't care about like the art of filmmaking, then you probably won't get as much out of it. But I thought it was just amazing. Like the production on it, costume design, the acting talent was absolutely fantastic. So I didn't think it was gonna make my list, but once I saw it, I'm like, has to get on there somewhere.
I
So.
heard it was like a giant orgy or something.
Oh yeah,
orgy?
it is
Oh, no
filthy.
wonder he likes
It
it.
is
Derek,
so
you
filthy.
That's
There
not,
is
no, yeah.
filthy
The
all
first 20
sorts
minutes of
parts.
it is like a sex party with
Ooh, yeah.
elephant
really?
diarrhea.
So
It's,
you guys-
Oh yeah.
it's a hoot and a half.
Yeah,
Anybody
like
walk out of your theater.
I haven't seen it yet.
oh yeah, like some of the stuff they come up with in that, like if you thought like I know Derek, you were mentioning Wolf of Wall Street, how it's
Mhm.
similar to that, and I
Yeah.
would agree, but I think this one takes it up to another level of filthy and dirtiness. Like if you thought Wolf of Wall Street was bad,
Yeah,
like
that was
this
pretty
to me
intense.
takes it up another level. So
You can tell
there's a
Damien
lot in
Chazelle
there,
came out
definitely a
care.
lot in there.
So don't take my grandmother to the movie.
You
Yeah.
took your grandma?
You know what? I took my
Is your grandma
mom.
really cool?
I did
Oh.
take my mom to
No,
that
I'm just
one.
fucking around.
Oh,
But I prepared my mom beforehand. She thought it was okay, so it
Oh.
wasn't a movie for my mom, but
got it.
she still
my
went.
God.
Oh, and my dad went actually. I took a whole
Oh
bunch
man,
of
I wouldn't be
people.
able to look him in the eye in that orgy scene.
Well,
Wow.
I prepared them beforehand. I'm like, okay, there's
Oh,
some
so you knew- you did your
washing
research.
here. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well,
Make
for
it
a
happen,
3 hour,
man.
an over 3 hour movie, I got to do the research on it. Like if I'm gonna spend 3 hours, I gotta
Your
see
mom
if
was
who would be in this.
Mm.
All right, let's see some of these comments here. I know those comments are stacking up, so everybody, I did not forget about you all. I'm gonna get to those right now. So let's go to So we got Dimension Scott. Hi, Mama Blu-ray. Hey, Mama Blu-ray. So Mama Blu-ray's in the house. Coco,
Hey, Mama
how
Blu-ray.
you doing?
What's
Got Michael. An interesting trilogy would be Top Gun Maverick and Top Gun Maverick. Oh, okay. I've never seen Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick and Top Gun
Oh.
Maverick.
All
Movie
right,
man.
Holland says, "Oh my, danger scene." All right, Adrian says, "I want to see Top." Adrian, you still haven't seen Top Gun Maverick?
I'm surprised.
Coming from someone who doesn't care about it at all, it's
Adrian,
absolutely
you were
worth
on my stream last night, and I gave everybody the homework of seeing Top Gun Maverick if they haven't. So I don't know what
Wow.
went wrong with that. You must see it. Michael says, "Tom Cruise autographed." Oh, nice. We got Coco. Mama,
Hey,
I'm doing
Coco.
great. How are you? Mika saying hello. Huck says, "That was a great shot, Tim." All right, KB loves movies, says the outfit is great.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree. Movie with Ryan, I need to pick up the outfit. Looks really good. Yeah, when I went to the theater on that one, I was like the only person in the theater. So it flew under a lot of people's radar.
I thought it was a streaming
what's
movie
the-
for some reason. I kind of forgot about
Yeah.
it.
The
Was that a
cover to this is kind of generic too. Like I felt like if you see this on the shelf, you might think it's some like straight to video kind of
Yeah.
but it's way better than the cover gives it credit for.
is it like a January release or something?
It was like
Oh
February
yeah, it
or
was
March.
super early.
It was
It's
in
either
early,
January
early.
or February.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see it, but it was in and out of theaters like within like 2 weeks
Quick.
of my theater.
Got it.
Yeah, Coco says, "Oh man, Tim, we missed the outfit. We really wanted to see that one. I don't know how the heck we missed it."
Oh,
Yeah.
Coco.
Holland says, "I got to check that one out, Tim." Hard Copy Blue says, "You sold me on single location, Tim. I remember seeing the advertised in streaming and almost watched it." Yeah, definitely go back
I
and watch
love
it. So good.
a good single location. It takes a lot of writing talent in the screenplay to make a single location work for an hour and a half or 2 hours.
No, I like Zoe Dutch too.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
great. That's a good actress. Yep.
Mika says, "I've got the pen ready to write down some titles I missed." Absolutely.
Yes.
Everybody be taking notes out there.
Mhm.
Lopke Vision Films in the house. What's up, everyone? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Absolutely.
Oh, so nice.
Dell on movie says, "I'll be checking out the outfit really soon." Hey, Lopke. Tales from the Shelf in the house. I really need to see that, Tim. Absolutely. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Tales saying, "Just sub to everybody." Thank you,
thank
Tales from the Shelf.
you.
Helping everybody out. That's awesome. Holland says, "I got a bunch of bread and condiment packets after the menu." Yum. That movie did make me hungry. Like, I didn't know if that's what
funny.
they were going for, but
Right.
it made me hungry. I'm like,
But some of that food they were serving was not it for me. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. No.
Either really good or really weird.
hmm
Michael says, "Never heard of the Two Witches."
Oh, get on that. Get on the Two Witches.
that cover art looked really nice for that one.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was a cool looking release.
Mika says, "I added Two Witches to my watch list after your review, Terrell."
Oh, perfect. Thanks, Mika.
Megan Movie Mom is here. Hi, everyone. Yeah, Mom, we're gonna have to let
Hey.
everybody know what you thought out of, because she saw 3 movies with me 3 days in a row. Like when I went to visit, we hit those movies hard. So you have to let me
Nice.
know your favorites, Mom. All right, Michael says, "I found Barbarian uneven." Ooh,
Uneven.
That's a good way to say it. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Anthony's Horror and More in the house. What's up, guys? Got Del on Movies. I'm with Tim on Barbarian. A group of imbeciles get murdered, but that's mostly
Isn't
every
that the
horror
plot
movie.
to all
That's a lot
horror
of. He must not watch horror. Hey, Dale.
That's
He's
the
awesome.
whole point of horror. All right, I'm gonna say Anthony movies of Ryan. Oh, ooh, language movies of Ryan.
And Google Maps. I sorry with map calls. Google Maps.
Mika says, I love the Barbarian was straight to the point with the horror. Just fun.
Yes, that
All I
part.
know, you're not thinking too much, Tim. The Barbarian support group is here. Hey, Anthony's Horror More. See, that's the great thing about that one. Love or hate it. You know?
Yeah.
So
I'm seeing that.
I don't
now.
think there's anybody in the middle on that one. Lord Battle says, I was
Excellent.
booked for them by the documentary director. Dalon Movies facts. Every character in Barbarian is a complete moron.
Yes.
Spicy 4K action agreed that. Ooh, so there's a lot of people on your side, Tim, out there.
Yeah, Tim, you got fans.
All right, we got Oksana. Oh, MapQuest is still around.
Google Maps, darn it.
Michael says Barbarian has some creepy parts, but didn't make much sense. Yeah, elaborate and dungeony. Yeah. Anthony's Hormo, you got that right. What's up, buddy? Del saying thank you. So yeah, a lot of people agreeing out there. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. Huck says, "Hey, Mama Blu-ray, hope you are doing amazing." Adrian says, "I haven't seen any movies in 2022, the whole year, but I'm going to put it right this year." Yes, you got to play catch up now, Adrian.
Got to see everything that comes out.
Yes, on top of everything coming out this year. So you got some work to do, Adrian. Mama Blu-ray says, "Hi, Huck, I'm hanging in there." And then Amazing Anna is Two Witches scary. Terrell?
Scary. It has scary moments. There's a few kills that are probably like gross, but if you're not into horror, I mean, it's not scary. I didn't think it was scary, but it has some scary moments. I'll say that.
All right.
Romans
So
never intended to be scary.
all right, we are now on to our fourth favorite movie of 2022. Once again, keep those comments coming in. We'll get to those right after each round. So let's get into Derek. What do we got for our fourth favorite movie of 22?
I am a lifelong superhero geek to an extent, so there had to be a superhero movie on my list at some point. I'm also a lifelong Marvel fan, but they shit the bed recently. So my number 4 is the Batman, who is pretty much the only great DC character in my opinion. Superman's okay. But this movie was outstanding. I love David Fincher movies, and this was basically like a David Fincher movie with Batman characters in it. So it's like watching Seven with Batman characters. The only downside is that it's yet another 3-hour-long movie that doesn't need to be. But the score is one of the best of the year, and the fact that it's not shortlisted at the Oscars pissed me off to no end and made me very angry. But yeah, it's shot really well. Great cinematography. Costumes are great. Colin Farrell is amazing as the Penguin. He had a great year.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. Paul Dano as the Riddler, another actor who had a great year this year. But yeah, I haven't watched it since it's out in theaters, but it was good enough after, one watch back in March or whatever the hell it was when it came out to make my top 5, because I definitely want to see it again. And it is one of the better Batman films out of, 37 Batman movies that exist. And that's a high bar.
And for the Batmobile scene alone, I mean,
oh yeah, the car chase
absolutely
sequence is
outstanding.
outstanding.
All right.
It was great. It was good.
What do we got,
All right.
Tim?
I'm just gonna say one thing: Robert Eggers. Northman is so freaking good. This movie, I love that he takes different time periods with each movie he does, and he creates something wildly different. Like to follow up Lighthouse with something like this, which honestly I think is some of the most gorgeous scenery in any movie. Like the fight next to like the lava field at the end is just holy cow. For 4K, it looks incredible. It is a badass movie. There's some grisly stuff in this. It's just it's great. I don't know what else to say besides it's just gritty, raw, beautiful. I loved it. I really, really loved this one.
Okay. That was a good movie.
So-
I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was great as well. Tim, would you say that's your favorite out of Edgar's films now?
No, Lighthouse still
Ooh.
more. Lighthouse is so weird. I just really like that one. But I'd probably go with this number 2, actually.
Oh
which
hell
most
yeah,
people
that's
would-
awesome, Terrell.
That's so
Well,
cool.
let's see that, Terrell. What we
That's
got
so
there?
cool.
Look at that. It's the bird.
Oh
I didn't
my
like
goodness.
I didn't like this movie at all, but I mean, hit the bird.
That's funny.
Yep. I didn't like
It's
that.
not cool. I've yet to see any of Robert Eggers' films, sadly. I wanted to watch The Northman this week. I just didn't get around to it.
Yeah, I would say start with The Northman if you can, because that's probably the most mainstream out of his.
Mhm.
Yeah, what's
It was
crazy is
most
he did.
movie.
Lighthouse was his most inaccessible
Oh,
one.
The Witch. You only seen
And
The
then-
Witch?
So I wanted to buy
Yeah,
that.
no, we
Okay, but
did,
it
but
went
it's
out
just
right
like,
away.
but Lighthouse is his most inaccessible. Like, no one should start with Lighthouse. But
Yeah.
Northman is super straightforward. I feel like anybody could jump in at Northman and be like, okay, I get
Yeah.
what's going on. There's not a whole lot of weird in that. There's a couple of things, but it's pretty straightforward.
If you watch The Witch, subtitles definitely help. Eric.
Oh,
And the
yeah,
story of
definitely.
The Northman is the Lion
Well, I
King,
watched
so
every
just-
movie with subtitles because I can't.
you get
hear or
you
see.
get the whole thing. You watch The Lion King, you know exactly what Northman's about.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a Hamlet or whatever.
Oh, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think it was the original kind of Hamlet, right? Because it's the Viking tale that came out before. At least I think, right, in the lore, if I'm correct.
Ooh,
Probably.
I don't know.
You're
I
the
have no
teacher.
4K lowdown. What do we
He's the
got?
teacher. Come on.
All right, so I had, like I said, I had 4 movies that were tied for 4th place. So I had to pick 2 of them. Taking my number 4 spot is streaming on Netflix right now, and that is The Glass Onion.
Oh,
That was
Really
pretty
good.
I like that movie a lot. That was
It a lot
great.
of fun.
Mm-hmm. Janelle Monáe, she did great. Is that her name? Janelle Monáe? She did
Janelle
amazing.
Monáe,
She
yeah.
was my favorite. Batista did pretty good. He pretty goofy now. That movie was great. I like the twists, the turns. I'm sorry I took over your thing, but no, that movie was great. I'm glad you called that one out. Period.
David, how did you like it in comparison to Knives Out? Did you think they were comparable, or did you like this one more?
I think they're comparable. I like Knives Out more,
Mm.
personally, especially the story and the twist and everything. But I think Glass Onion is funnier and more entertaining as far as the cast and the just the difference. You know, Kate Hudson was awesome in it. And,
Oh
Yeah.
yes, the drunk. Love it.
I'd agree with, I would agree with that too. Yeah, because I've only seen them each once, but I probably would say
Yeah,
Knives
just-
Out is better. But
I enjoyed the Glass Onion for its entertainment value, and it's funnier than Knives Out. But I like the story from Knives Out better.
yeah, I'm probably right there with you actually.
Yeah,
Good
but
movie.
Batista
want
was
more.
great in it as well.
I want more Hugh
yeah.
Grant though. If we get a third, well, we
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
that was
That was
awesome.
hilarious. I love his cameo in that. It's just like, that's Hugh Grant. What the heck?
Yep.
Well, on the TV, it
And,
was who was it? Stephen Sondheim and oh, what's her name? From my wife's gonna kill me for not remembering. Angela Lansbury. We're
Who's
both
that?
on TV
Yeah.
with Daniel
Yeah.
Craig in that Zoom call,
It-
and that was both
Yeah.
their last films.
Oh.
before they
And
died.
Natasha Lyonne was on there.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Yep.
for some reason.
All right,
Hey,
Terrell,
guys.
what do we got?
All right, guys. So for my number 4 pick, I'm gonna go with a movie that I don't know. When I went to see this in theaters, it was a roller coaster of a ride for me, and I'll never forget it. It's probably one of the craziest theater experiences I've had in my life. And I'm gonna go with, and I'm sure y'all seen it or maybe not, but it is Fall. Fall.
Oh,
Have y'all
nice.
seen this?
I
seen
have,
I haven't seen it yet.
this movie.
Okay.
I freaking loved it. So let me tell you, it's about these 2 dumb bitches that want to be TikTok famous. And you're like, oh, you gotta go to this tallest building, you know, whatever this fucking thing is. They dumb as hell. And they climb all the way up for TikTok. And they get up there and they get stuck. Duh. Like, bitch, why are you gonna do that? Excuse my language. But anyway, so basically the movie was insane because it was so high. I'm afraid of heights. I like roller coasters, but I'm afraid of heights. So I don't know. When I watched it, I felt like I was up there. Every little nook and cranny, the sound. If I did D-Box or 40X, I think I would have died. I would have had a heart attack. This movie was that crazy for me. 2 dumb bitches on the top. It was crazy. It had a weird scene with a vulture eating a bitch up, and it was a lot of crazy stuff. And how people you think it's gonna help you, and they don't help you. They just kick rocks. That's so fucked up. But anyway, so I want to say, Fall was so fun for me. A great theater experience. I had a lot of fun. Entertainment. I go to see shit to be entertained. I don't want to be bored for 4 hours. No. So this did it for me. And tune in fall. Oh, it also has, if y'all like Scream like me, hence the shirt, has the guy who's in Scream 5, Hobbs and Shaw, Chad the twin. He's in this and he be cheating. I don't want to spoil too much, but check it out. Fall.
That
Terrell,
one's
just
actually
special features on that on fall.
Yes, there is audio commentary. There's a music video. I don't know why you want that. There's YouTube for that, and a making of trailer.
The making of is awesome because they actually built a 100-foot tower and filmed the movie on the tower.
Oh
And
wow!
the tower is on a cliff that is 2,000 feet high.
And I
So
wanna
the
show
way
y'all
they
too.
showed it, it actually looked like they're 2,000 feet off the ground.
Have
It
y'all
wasn't any
seen this?
guy there.
I haven't known.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I saw it.
because
Still might be fun, though.
they sent me 2 codes in here. Ain't that crazy? So if you want it, I'm gonna give you one. Y'all send it to you. And also, do y'all do this? When I go see a movie in theaters, I save the ticket. Nowadays, they're trying to be digital and they don't want to print my shit, but I ask them to print my shit. And every time I get my Blu-ray, I always pop it in here. It looks nice. It's inside, and you just close it up, and you good. That way, when you open it later, you're like, oh, hey, I seen this on X amount of day.
That's fun.
Terrell, that's a brilliant idea because
Yeah.
my movie tickets are all just like stuffed in a Ziploc bag somewhere. So
I used to do this. I used to
that's
have
a
a
way
lot.
better method.
Yeah. So I have an extra one. I don't know why they sent my Blu-ray with 2 things, but if y'all want it, whoever want it, just DM me. We'll do that.
Nice. Yeah, it's
I don't use them.
with
So.
my wife because it'd scare the shit out of her.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah,
and
Fall, I like that movie.
that movie was way better than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm like, probably not gonna be that great, but I was surprised by it. It actually had some surprising moments. I'm like, oh, this is pretty
Have you
good.
guys
right?
seen 47 meters down before?
I
Yes.
have
Yeah.
not.
I don't think I
That
have, no.
it,
Mandy
it
Moore.
did the same thing as that in Adrift, though. It's like you can kind of watch all 3 of those. They do the same thing, so they're very
Kinda, don't
similar.
spoil it now.
I'm not.
Is that
I
it?
mean,
Is
I'm
it
good
Jeffrey
at
Dean
that.
Morgan?
all 3 movies to get it, but
Mhm.
yeah, it was fine. It was fine.
Yep.
Did the Fall have Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it on the back of the case?
Yeah. Jeffrey Dean
He's the
Morgan.
father.
Yeah, one of the
Then my
girls.
wife will definitely watch it because that's like her boyfriend in Hollywood.
Oh,
So,
really? Ooh.
yeah.
Is
My
that why
son's
you
partially named
beard?
after him, honestly.
You trying to copy her Jeffrey's goatee and stuff?
Yeah. Well, why do you think she likes all this?
Uh-huh.
Exactly like Jeffrey Dean Morgan in every
Oh.
way.
Okay.
In every way.
In every-
All right, what we got, Brian?
Oh, I love your
Uh,
shirt, Brian.
Oh, thank you. My number 4 is going to be also copying off of Tim here. Not really, but if I was first, I would have been first. But The Northman.
Oh.
And you
Let's
got
give a different copy.
Okay, slip.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fucking love Alexander Skarsgård in this movie. Was badass. He's so brutal in this movie. Like it's the whole movie's. I don't know. It's like Braveheart on crack to me. Really. I don't know. It was really fucking violent. I was surprised at how violent it was, and I didn't know it was going to be like that. Coco was like, whoa, in a few scenes, she was like, what? When they were like running around, like fucking pillaging and raping and going all crazy and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got past it though, and we finished the movie. Nicole Kidman's batshit crazy in this movie as well. God. I feel bad for Ethan Hawke's character.
Ethan Hawke,
yeah. Random performance by Bjork in here, really random. Willem Dafoe's crazy fucking scenes in here.
Oh, he's scary. He scares me in real life.
Looking, yeah. All around, this movie's just insane to me. I don't know. It's probably my favorite Robert Eggers movie, really. Then The Lighthouse, then The Witch would be my last.
Okay.
So.
Would you guys say that's honestly one of the best 4K discs the entire year, though? Like as a
Great
disc,
4K transfer. Absolutely.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
solid.
Everybody.
stunning.
All right. So now getting into my 4th pick, that's going to be The Woman King. Don't have it on physical media yet because I'm still waiting for a price drop. And they also announced a Zavi Steelbook for it. But The Woman King, you talk about epic movies. That's an epic movie. That one did remind me of like Braveheart or Gladiator. Did anybody see The Woman King out there on the
I
panel?
wish. I just bought it. I have it. I didn't watch it.
I have the
So
4K.
good.
Good transfer.
Oh, how is that 4K, David? Is it
Good
nice?
transfer. Yeah, it's
Cool.
nice.
I gotta get it. That movie is excellent. amazing action sequences that are just super brutal that I totally wasn't expecting. And then also how it combined in the historical elements as well. I thought that was fascinating. So it's like you got to learn the history, but then also through like really cool action sequences. The acting talent was fantastic. Viola Davis,
Oh, I love
absolutely
her.
amazing
Love her
in
so
that
much.
movie. I don't know.
Mhm.
Derek, did she get nominated for Best Actress by chance or no? Has that come up yet?
Or nah, she was nominated at the Critics' Choice Awards, I think.
Because
But
she
the Oscar
totally,
nominations haven't come up yet. So
yeah, she
24.
totally deserves a nomination for that
Yeah.
one. That
yeah,
she
she's great
was
in everything. She's amazing.
so good.
Amazing. I
So
love her
good.
so much.
So that's an epic movie. Like if you love those kind of epic war historical movies, I can highly recommend that one. You got to check it out. But yeah, I love
All
that
right.
movie. All right, let's take a look at the comments here. All right, let's see where we are at. Yes. Let's go. All right, so Huck says, "Hi, Mama Blue." Yep, hope you're doing amazing. Mama Blue says, "Hi, Huck. I'm hanging in there." Let's see. We got Pop Culture 33 in the house. I did not enjoy the
Evan.
Batman. I know
Aw.
I am on my own island. Now, I will say I did quite like Batman, but I didn't love it. To me, the Dark Knight trilogy is still way superior, but that's just my opinion. But that
Batman
overall,
Returns for me.
my-
Batman Returns all
I
day.
hate Dark Knight Rises though. God, I hate that movie.
Batman
That's
Returns.
my
Brian
favorite
heard that.
movie of
That's my
all
favorite.
time,
That's my
Derek. We
favorite.
cannot speak these things here.
Dark Knight Rises is
That's
terrible.
literally my number one favorite movie of all time. I love Dark Knight Rises. The chant with the cave is so
I'm
good.
sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Now I know how Tim feels when I talk about Dunkirk. Is that how it feels?
Dunkirk.
I mean, many
Oh,
people
Yeah,
shit on
that's a good Christopher Nolan movie.
Della
Unlike
movie.
Dark Knight
Oh,
Rises.
oh god. Okay, that'll be a whole nother rant, a whole nother day.
There's a
All
good
right.
Christopher Nolan movie.
And in this corner.
Yes. Della movie says, "I am vengeance." I will say they did get Batman right in that movie. I thought Batman was excellent. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hollow Note says really enjoyed the Northman. Lord Battle says love the Northman. I really liked it too. The only part I was expecting more of the Viking like action war sequences, but then it
Yeah.
turns into like the revenge story. So that was the only part I was a little let down by because I'm like, oh, what if they did all just that war action stuff with Vikings?
But
It still
As
turned
a
out good.
Viking, though, he's like howling like a wolf, and he's just brutal. Oh my
Yeah.
god!
I know that's why I'm like, I want more of that because it was so awesome. I love that scene. Adrian says, "Yes, I know, Michael. I got some catching up to do. Delon movies. The Northman is way better than Lion King remake than the Lion King remake." Okay.
Most
Oh,
things are
wow.
better than
Sir.
Lord Dow says,
Bro, the Witch.
"The Witch, Terrell, The Witch."
I know. I like The Witch. I like The Witch more than Lighthouse. I didn't like that boring fart joke ass movie. That movie.
Ah, Lighthouse is so good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm with the
Mm-mm.
Lighthouse. I can never see that
That
movie
went right
again.
over my
There's
head.
like
No,
movies I can never watch a second time. The Lighthouse is
so
on.
bad.
Tim would put that bird in a glass case for you.
Yeah.
Michael says, "Didn't like the new Batman. Batman appears too early into the movie, and we don't know the backstories of the villain." I did feel let down by the villains. I will say, I thought like they did great on the superhero, but now I need some more from the villains.
Backstory. We get that a lot in Batman movies.
Movies
Did you
of
know
like-
everything already? Come on, it's been around for 100
Yeah.
years.
Agreed, Dell. The Northman is what the Lion King remake wished it was. All right, Michael says, "I didn't like either The Witch or Lighthouse." I'm guessing The Witch. But
Yeah.
okay, there.
Yeah, Witch, not
I like The Witch. I haven't
I'm
heard of
with
The
you on
Witch.
that.
Is that a new one? Dylan moves exactly right. And Adrian says, "I would like to see the Megan movie. I just saw that
Oh, go
today,
watch that.
actually. I was
Everything.
pretty disappointed, but go see my reaction."
Oh, I almost fell out my seat. Oh my god.
Michael says, "Oh, I've never heard of these movies you're choosing."
Good. That's it. That's what Overlook Theater. Turn
That's
out.
how you learn.
Like I said, Terrell, Fall gave me anxiety. Yeah, it was a
Mhm.
good suspense, like thrilling kind of movie. I'm like, Hollow Note says, "Have not seen Fall, but I think Terrell's review of Fall is probably better than you did tell that."
You did make
good
me wanna
story
watch it
there,
more.
Terrell.
There you go.
Delamu says, "I need to see Fall."
Yes, you do.
Yep. Terrell, thousands of movies have a music video as a special feature.
Okay. Thank you for
All
that.
right. Coco says, "I think instead of movie trailers, the world should have Terrell telling us what movies we want to see." Terrell, you should be like the new announcer or even like the narrator that just overgoes all the trailers. We need
Oh, man,
another
I get
No
narrator.
new voiceover
We
guy
haven't
for
had
trailers.
one in a long
That'd be
time.
hilarious.
Agent says, "Are you excited for Ant-Man 3 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3?"
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
For
I am.
superhero
Yeah,
movies,
I'm a dork.
of course, I'm going to watch.
I'm gonna watch all of them.
Got to be better than Phase 4. So.
Here's my wallet.
Spicy 4K action fall was a pleasant surprise. That's exactly how I describe it. Yep.
Mhm.
Mika says, "Yes, Coco." Dollar Movies 47 meters down was also a nice surprise.
Mhm. That was good.
Braveheart on crack. Ha ha. Darvin said, "Just made it." Thank you so much, Darvin, for being here. Darvin says, "I love Bjork's work." Michael says, "I haven't seen The Woman King. It's a great one. You
Yes.
gotta see it. It's so good." And the cinematography in that movie just excellent. KB loves movies. I'm with you, Derek. KB,
He knows.
Oh, KB.
He's a smart
Oh,
man. He knows.
man.
Dark Knight Rises.
What's going on here? Darwin says I need to watch The Woman King. Yes. Alex Xander Rapp. Cave chant in Dark Knight Rises sounds like fish, fish, pasta, pasta, dish, dish, wash, wash.
Is that a song?
It never sounded that way to me, but that's pretty funny how you described it.
Now it always will. That's the best part.
Oh my gosh. People do
Wow.
not like the Dark Knight Rises. This hurts. All right, Darwin, hot take. Smiles, a painfully generic horror movie that was painfully overhyped. See, I went in with like no expectations for Smile, so I was like pleasantly
Same.
surprised. I thought it was gonna be awful, and I'm like, oh, it's not awful. Okay,
Yeah, I
I'm
like
happy.
Smile.
Darwin says I just rewatched it and it was honestly laughable. Ooh.
Oh, he laughing
Darwin
at
says,
trauma.
I'm shocked it got as popular as it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
well,
work,
Darwin,
Darwin.
like the movie though, it's fine. Yes, we're all here just to
Thanks,
love
Darwin.
and celebrate movies.
Mhm.
Darwin says I watched Megan 2 and it was pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Oh my Lanta.
Mm.
Darwin, the power of advertising is really effective. All right. Okay, so now we're on to our third favorite movie of 2022 here. So, Derek,
All
what do you
right.
got?
I had to look at my list because I don't have them all physically because they're not out yet all the time. So I had to double check. Yeah, my number 3 is A Hoot and a Half. It's the funniest movie I've seen all year, and that would be Darren Aronofsky's The Whale. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding about The Whale. I'm kidding about it being funny. That movie will kick you in the balls and hit you on the head when you bend over. It is like an emotional gut punch of a movie. Brendan Fraser needs to win Best Actor at the Oscars. I don't
Oh,
care
yeah.
if it's not nominated for Best Picture or not. He deserves to win. I've seen all the likely Best Actor winners of the year so far, and he is leaps and bounds above everybody else. And that's not just because I like the guy, but the prosthetic work on him is ridiculously impressive. Every
Yep.
character in this movie has a good character arc, even the supporting ones. And there's like 5 people in this movie, so shouldn't be that hard to do. It's very localized in his apartment because he can't move much because it's a 600-pound man who's about to die. Essentially, it's his last week of his life. No spoil. That's essentially the plot of the movie. Spoiler alert. But there's like a priest who comes and visits him and his daughter, and he has a nurse friend. All of them are great performances and actors and character arcs. Even the priest has a good character arc, even though he's like the smallest character in the film. And I don't want to spoil too much of what he does, but
Mhm.
it's impressive. It's an impressive movie if you like sad, emotional movies. I'm the kind of guy who likes to have to think after the fact when I see a movie and wants to feel something from watching a movie. I like being entertained, like, with Top Gun. It's just a fun ass movie that entertains me for 2 hours. But if you can stick in my brain for, until the next morning or longer, then you've done something right. And that's what this movie did. So that's why it is my number 3, The Whale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Such a powerful movie, man.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, that one got me teary-eyed. And I
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh,
even
yeah. If you
expecting it.
don't-
I'm like, oh my
If you don't get
goodness.
misty at least once through that movie, then something's wrong with
Mhm.
it.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet. Nice.
All right, Tim, what we got?
Making me follow that up, huh? Jeez. All right.
You got
so,
another emotional drama for us?
You're like,
I do not. So I might be the only I might be one of the biggest fans of this movie. Highly doubt it's on anyone else's, but I am a big fan of when a movie, especially like a horror, doesn't over explain and tell you every little nook and cranny of what's going on. I loved Black Phone like a lot.
Nice.
I love that we had no idea the backstory on the grabber. Didn't need to know his backstory. We had no idea how the phone worked. Don't need to know how the phone worked. I love that this movie didn't go into over explaining. It just picks up where it does, tells the story, ends, and it is a great, what is it, probably like an hour and a half. I loved it. I thought this was the best horror of the year. So, I mean, you call it a spoiler. I don't have horror in the top two, but and this is borderline horror. It's like horror thriller, I guess. But I love Black Phone probably more than anyone else. And there might be people like, oh, you picked Black Phone, but I seriously loved this movie. Ethan Hawke is so freaking good. And the child actors were incredible. They were cast.
Yeah,
They were. The kids were great.
Yeah, they were all really good, man.
Girl,
Really love that movie, though.
It was good. That's
Great
that's
pick.
one I forgot to put on my list, but I would have been on my little list I have here. I enjoyed that one a lot too. Ethan Hawke's been in 3 movies we've mentioned so far. That's interesting.
All right,
Nice.
let's
That
go
was a
to.
great one.
Oh yeah, I
Black
agree.
Phone was good. I thought that
Amazing.
was pretty creepy. Him sitting at the top of the stairs, that dog. That was that movie was great. And I like the little girl, she has little visions. But there was a lot going on in that movie. So yeah, good pick, Tim.
It's very
Nice.
Stephen
That was
King's son.
Yeah, and it didn't overdo like the fantasy, like kind of mystery parts to it. Like it still felt like very real, but it had enough of that, like kind of that like Sixth Sense kind of vibe to it. So
I did.
it was
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I
he
like
was
that.
scary. Those and he had different masks each time. Do you guys remember that? Like every time you would see him, he had a different like mask on.
Yeah, it's like different pieces to it and
There you
stuff.
go.
Yeah,
Yep, it was crazy.
I like
Yeah,
the
the
story
guys
arc.
conveyed his emotion, and he was able to actually
Yeah.
play that emotion from the
Oh,
mask, which was really cool.
yeah.
I dug Black Phone.
In his Horror Nights thing, they had him at Horror Nights this year, and that was insane. Like he was sitting in this chair. I thought it was like a mannequin. And I remember I walked up to it and it jumped at me. I was so scared. And I should have known because he had hair in his chest. It was weird. And then the dog jumped out. Go to Horror Nights if you guys haven't. Super fun. And the Black Phone
Yeah,
on one.
oh, so good.
I like that story arc with the abusive father too. A lot of people talk about that. Really.
He was hitting that girl. That was sad.
Yeah, but then towards the end of the movie, you started feeling for him a little bit.
Yeah, he was crying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry.
All right, David, what do we got?
Terrell, go ahead and announce my number 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you. I thought
He did better than I did on Glass Onion, so I just okay. So my number 3, and I'm not one for sad, depressing movies very much. So I want to be entertained. I want action. I want violence. So I picked a movie that had everybody and their dog in this. Tons of action, great special effects, great fight scenes, just a huge cast, cameos included. My number 3 is Bullet Train.
Oh, I loved
was
it.
Fun. That was
I
fun,
loved that
man.
movie. That was just a Bad Bunny was in
Yeah,
it.
I didn't get a chance to watch that one this week. I was hoping to.
That was hella good. I like that Steelbook.
That's cool.
It's almost like they wrote that movie on crack, though. Like it's very hyper.
Oh, it is.
It is
It's
crazy.
like-
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know about LPs. I mean, this is that I'm kind of dating myself, but when you play a 33 LP on 45, that's what this movie was. It was so fast paced all the way
It
through.
was lots of
Yes.
action.
Lots of irony, lots of it's if you're any type of fan of like those type of assassin movies like John Wick and stuff like that,
Oh, yeah.
this is totally right up your alley or right on your train.
It's like John Wick
Bullet
meets Crank.
Train. Yep. So good.
Die Hard on a train.
Yep.
Yeah, and how it ties everything together by the end of it. Like the
Yeah.
ending alone, like the last 10, 15 minutes, it's just like
Every-
amazing. And the end
everything
credit
just-
stuff
yeah.
too, just
Totally.
perfection.
Everything fits together. And then you got cameos from like Channing Tatum and
Oh, nice.
you're just like, how the heck is he in this movie?
Brad
Yeah.
Pitt was in his movie, so they traded.
Amazing. Loved her
I
in
think the
this
best
movie.
role was by an Aquafina bottle. It was Aquafina, right?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, it was
Yeah,
all
was
about
it a-
that movie. It was a whole character.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yep. It sure was.
had their own storyline.
Every time I seen it, I was like, "Uh-oh." That was great. Oh, my turn. All right, guys. So you guys are picking some good shit. So this is a great year in general. Like movies, that 2022 was amazing. So my number 3 spot, the top 3 is kind of like crazy. It's kind of hard to like narrow these down, but I'm gonna go with one. I'm a huge slasher fan, and there's not a lot of slashers that are hitting theaters too much lately. And I'm glad Ty West came out with this movie called X. Y'all seen this? And X is definitely gonna be my number 3. I like X and I like Pearl, and I kept teeter-tottering which one I like better, but I like slashers, and this movie got it. So I like my girl Jenny Ortega from Scream 5, Terra Forever. It's my favorite. Sam can go. And she's been doing her thing. Y'all watch Wednesday. She's in Wednesday, The Babysitter. She's been doing her thing. So she's in this, and you got Mia. She could act. And Mia Goth is in this, and this is about a slasher. These people going to film a porno. Mega Movie Mike, you know how that goes.
Oh
And,
yeah, that movie was great. I agree.
we're gonna go, suck and fucking get it on. And they're on this farm across the street. There's this old lady who's just so jealous. She wants to be sucking and fucking too. And she was trying to get some dick, and when they didn't give her no dick, she was slicing up people. Who came up? Ty West. This is a movie right here. So, and we had a whole prequel plan that was double booked with Miss Pearl. So you got to see, she's up here riding scarecrows and shit. That's so she's bumping pussy with scarecrows. And then you got X. So this movie was great. And I don't know. I like this movie. I love slashers, and I need more of those. That's my thing. So that's my number 3 spot. X. X.
Yeah, I'm still amazed how he came out with those 2 movies in the same year. Like,
Yes.
that's very impressive. So
I love Brian's shirt. I hope I didn't steal your shine with that. I might be coming.
Oh,
yeah,
you're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at that shirt again.
No,
That's a
I
great
was-
shirt.
Look at it.
I was teeter-tottering too. So
Yep.
I was gonna go with X, but
Yep.
Pearl I like a little bit better, man.
Oh, nice.
So that's
There
my,
you
that was
go.
my number 3 actually too.
Perfect.
Nice. I don't know. I just love the early 1900s aspect to it, which is on the farmland and shit. And her German mom is nuts. The way she's taking care of her dad's fucking creepy. Watching her in the bathtub and shit, and that milky, whatever that milk she's fucking bathing in, whatever that shit is. But this movie's just nuts, man. I didn't understand one part of it whenever they're wearing like the masks and stuff like COVID or whatever. I guess maybe that had something to do with the times back then, or maybe it was just Ty West being Ty West, making fun of the world or whatever we live in. But yeah, this movie was nuts. I wanted to see a little more alligator in this. Didn't see as much alligators as in X or whatever, but other than that, though, I like this movie better. Just the whole aspect to it, and her acting was great in this, and especially like towards the end with that monologue and everything, and just seeing where the character from X came from, and I can't wait for Maxine. So
yes,
my number 3.
I'm ready for Maxine. Period. Mm-hmm.
Still need to watch any of
Look
those.
at the little baby. Oh, hey.
Say
Pulling
hello.
kids out of nowhere.
Aw, I like his hair.
What are you doing? This is my granddaughter Piper.
Hey, Piper. How are you?
She wants to touch the buttons on my podcast board.
Buttons are
Piper,
fun.
what was your favorite movie of the year?
Yeah, Piper.
What was your favorite movie of the year? I think it was Bad Guys, wasn't it?
Oh,
She
that's
likes
a fun one. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, you went down now. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Piper.
All right, now to get into my third favorite. This is going to be Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh, that's a
I
good one.
saw this one in IMAX 3D. This is all based just on the experience of this movie. You
Mhm.
literally feel like you're swimming with these Avatar characters. It's absolutely amazing. So if you go see this movie, has to be 3D, at least 3D. So good. And it's going to be probably playing another 4 or 5 months. So you got time to go watch this one.
True.
But yeah, and I thought this movie was a complete improvement over the first. I do even think the story is better than the first one. Still not anything like super mind-blowing, but I think it's a slight improvement. But the visuals, just how these characters look, like my wife turns to me, Amazing Anna, and says, like, how did they do that? Like, how did they make that? Like, it's just so impressive, the technology here. So everything looks super gorgeous in this movie. Yeah, it's a super long movie, but I did not take a break during this movie, not once in the theater. I'm like, I'm staying through it. I cannot take my eyes off the screen here. So that's just how powerful the theater experience was. So This movie is absolutely wonderful. You got to check it out. And there's a lot of great action in there too. I mean, it has a little bit of everything. You got the family drama stuff in there. You got the action, and then you just got kind of enjoying the environment. So I think it's paced actually rather well for being a longer movie.
Yep.
So I love this one. So Terrell, you saw it. Did everybody else? Who else has seen Avatar out there?
Yeah, I've seen
David,
it.
you seen it?
It was
Yeah, I
great.
saw it in 3D.
I might force my kid to go see it just so I can see it.
Yeah, I saw it
Oh,
in 40X,
so
and
good.
that was an experience in itself. You had the water coming at your face. I was getting stabbed in the back by the seat. The seat was like rumbling like this, like we were on the ship. There was gas coming out, like little fog and like little pheromones. So I was smelling flowers and shit when they were in the grass. It was weird,
Oh,
but it was an experience. I feel like I was in the movie even more so because it was 3D as well. So I was swimming with the sharks and the whales too. It was great.
Yeah, that 40X, I've only done it one time, and I did it for like a heavily packed action movie, so I felt like I was getting beat up the whole time. Like the chair was
Yeah.
hitting me the whole time.
It was crazy.
oh my
It was fun
goodness.
though.
But the water, that sounds super cool.
Yeah, it went in my mouth. It was nasty. It came out of a seat. I was, what the fuck? But make sure your mouth is closed from that water squirting.
Breathe through your nose. Yeah.
Yeah, period. It was fun though. I'd recommend the 40X for sure. It's definitely an experience.
That's funny.
Mhm.
All right, let me see where we're at on these
Mm-hmm.
comments here. Let's see. Let's go right here. Let's see. Michael says Smile is the best horror movie I saw last year. A lot of people loved it. I really liked it myself. So
I enjoyed it.
Adrian says the first fight between Batman and Bane in The Dark Knight Rises was amazing. I agree. There's so many amazing scenes.
That
in that
was a
movie.
good scene.
Bane is fantastic. He's so good. Dimension Scott says the Batman was too obvious being the best of 2022. Oh, so you just is number one no matter what? Is that what you're saying, Dimension Scott?
Okay.
I know you're my superhero fan out there.
Mhm.
Hard Copy Blue said, love the
Oh, it's so
whale,
good.
Derek. I reviewed it on my channel. Another film all shot in one area.
Yep. And it's
Oh,
shot
wow.
in full screen too. So it feels even more like
Condensed.
yes, yeah.
Michael says, I agree. The Whale was a good movie, but I wasn't surprised how it would end. It was still well written and made. KB loves movies. Besides Frasier, Hong Cha
Mhm.
was excellent in The Whale. She was good in The Menu too. Oh, she was great.
She's
That
great.
whole
she's-
supporting cast
she's
was
the
fantastic
waitress?
in that movie.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
actually, you can't even tell it's the same actress either because I watched
Yeah.
them both this week and I was like, I know that's her, but goddamn.
Coco says, love The Whale. I cried in our review after seeing it.
Aw.
Got pretty deep in our review as well. That should be up on the channel this week. And yeah, absolutely. Everybody go check that out.
Okay.
Those vlog trips you do, Brian, are awesome. So thank you for giving
Appreciate
that.
that.
Those are great. Hollow says the kids did great in Black Phone. Yeah, that's another one where the supporting cast was
Yeah.
excellent too. Hard Copy Blue says my only gripe with the Black Phone was the scene where the kid was being trained in a series of combat movements. How does it? I love that scene. That scene
I did
was
too.
fantastic.
I actually
Uh,
loved the payoff in that. It was so cool.
So good. Yeah, at first you're kind of like, how's this gonna come together? You know, what's happening? But then when it does, you're like, okay, makes perfect sense. Coco says, Tim, Black Phone rocked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mike says, KB, is that the same actress that worked with Ralph Fiennes in the kitchen?
Yep.
The menu? Yep.
She's the waitress.
Mika says, really enjoyed the Black Phone. The film was very creepy. The kids
Mhm.
were awesome. Coco says, I'm glad we are seeing a lot more of that actress. Delamu says, Black Phone is a good pick. Darwin says, Bullet Train was pretty fun. Yeah, that was an absolutely fun movie. Like, if you just want a like really good, entertaining action movie,
Yep.
Bullet Train, it delivers.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for reminding me that I have that. I need to watch it.
Yeah, get on it.
Darwin
Get on the
says,
Bullet
is the
Train.
film great? No, not really. Which one? Michael said the Black Phone was well filmed and had scary parts, but the story didn't make sense. We don't know too much about the villain or why he's kidnapping and killing the children. See, I didn't
That's
feel
what
like
I
we
love.
needed that. Yeah, I didn't feel
Yeah,
like
like
we
you
needed
don't need
all that
to know about
backstory.
the X, Y's, and Z of these
Yeah.
people. We don't care. He's scary. That's more.
Maybe because he wants to. That's
Like, why you want to know?
I heard them talking about making like a prequel or a sequel to that. They don't need to make any more.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard it was doing a prequel
That'll
too. It's like,
ruin
no,
everything.
No, we don't want to know.
stop making it.
Cinema Man says, Tim, what's up? Love your statues. I have the Alex Ross Superman Forever statue and the
That's
Dark
cool.
Crusader Batman Alex Ross statues. Those porcelain statues are nice
I
detail.
love Alex Ross.
Another statue person. Love statues.
Bell on movies, love Bullet Train. Darwin says the story just didn't work for me. That's all right.
Mm.
Coco says that snake had me creeped out and bullet shit. Oh, that
Oh,
snake
yeah.
was great. Yeah,
Oh,
everything paid off
yes.
great by the end of it. So
Yep,
Yeah,
it does.
He hates
Yep.
snakes. So
It all comes together.
it says Bullet Train was fast, but with too many stories that really I thought they all came
No,
I
together.
felt
by the
everything
end.
came together well.
Really well.
Darwin says, yeah, nothing feels completely finished, but it
Mm.
was still enjoyable. Saying a 6 out of
Okay.
10. All right, Michael says, I saw X and I think I need to see Pearl to enjoy X more. See, I loved X. To me, it was one of my favorites. I did
Mhm.
not like Pearl. So I'm like way opposite on them.
I liked
Oh,
them
yeah, I like
both.
both.
It was really cool that with X, Mia Goth played both
Yep.
the girl
That,
and the old
that
lady.
tripped me out.
That was awesome. So I knew that Pearl was coming
Yeah.
because they had to do a prequel with her as a younger person, just to get an idea of who that old lady was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote that like while he was like quarantined for like 2 weeks or something. Like he wrote it super fast, and he was like, "Hey, you want to make another one? I have $1 million." Sure. And then they made it super quick.
Yeah, and I
Impressive.
totally did not know Mia Goth was also the old lady in the first one until I watched the special features.
Yep.
But I think I saw Pearl first before that. I don't know. So because I was super confused, I'm like, wait, is that the same character? Wait, but it's in the
it's all
olden days. I was like so lost for
Yeah,
a while. I'm like,
and the-
wait, this doesn't
And
make
the
any
the old man's a younger actor too. He's not an old guy either.
sense. Yeah, the prosthetic makeup
Yeah.
they did was excellent. They've been doing some good work in that area, especially like Derek, you were saying with the Whale too, with
Oh, the
Frasier,
Whale,
like
Batman,
yeah.
like
those
the best makeup.
transformations, and Colin Farrell with the Penguin and the Batman, like you're saying, amazing.
Good makeup
Mika
job.
says yes, X is one of my favorites of the year.
So good.
One I've rewatched often since it came out. Great cast.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Brittany Snow was good. With her, I like the bitchy ones. It was great. That movie's good.
Yeah, Planet Mondo's in the house laughing. Darwin says Pearl was better in my opinion. See, a lot of people love Pearl.
Yeah, they do. Mhm.
Coco's laughing as well. Delamu says Michael C. Pearl. Darwin says Terrell's wild for this one. Terrell's always wild. That's why we gotta have Terrell on here. He brings
Yeah, he must be new. Yeah.
Our copy blues X is better than Pearl. See, I prefer X, but a lot of
I
people
prefer X.
Pearl,
I like them
so-
both. They're both great. Like neck and neck.
Yeah, it's hard to choose for me, but I think I like Pearl more.
Planet Mondo says you need to do a commentary. For that. Mika says Ty West is one of my favorite directors. I've been enjoying everything he's been delivering.
Yeah.
I need to like
Innkeepers.
marathon all those
Just
movies.
mentioning Keepers.
I bought Innkeepers. I still haven't watched it yet though, but I
I like
liked
Innkeepers.
House of the Devil a lot. It was good.
I like that
Yeah.
too. Yep.
Planet Mondo, you also may have just given Mega Mike a heart attack with that description of the movie.
There was no
All right.
movie.
Well,
Hug
Tyrell.
Pop Culture Cafe. Wow, Terrell, that was some review of X.
Thank
That was
you.
a great review. I
Thank
must
you. I
say.
appreciate it.
Della Movies. Pearl was set during the time of the Spanish.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Cinema Man, what's up, Huckster? Darwin, aw. Darwin says The House of the Devil is probably Ty's best movie. A lot of
That's
people have
good.
been recommending that one. I have not seen it yet.
That was great. You
Oh,
should
it's
check it
really
out.
It's
good.
good. It's a slow burn, but it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
KB says, Brian, it was supposed to take place during the influenza pandemic.
Yeah, KB. Yeah.
All I know says Brian loves the way the Navi look.
Oh God, I don't like the way that Avatar characters look. The Navi.
Really? I thought they
I
looked
don't know.
great.
I mean it's amazing effects and everything, but I just don't like the way that they look. I don't like the, the blue creatures or whatever. The movie's awesome though. I like the movie a lot.
I like the movie. And they met
Pop
teal
Culture
creatures.
33, says I love the bad guys.
So my granddaughter gets a
That was a fun one. Yeah.
Adrian says cute kid.
Yeah, Piper.
Coco says yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Darwin says Avatar 2 is significantly better visually than story wise, and I think that's kind of what Cameron was going
So was
for.
the first
like,
one.
give it a visual, just theatrical experience of a movie, and then the story secondary. So
We got like
I was
4
fine
more
with
coming
it.
out.
Yeah.
So,
That's the James Cameron way. Just wow them in the theater, and then they won't care
this
how
is
bad
not
the
the end of
story is.
Avatar. It's coming more and more and more.
Darwin says I think the story for Avatar 2 falls apart. See,
Darwin,
I
you
like
don't
the
like
story
nothing.
better than the first one.
Me too.
Delamu says Avatar 2 is about an hour and a half too long.
Oh,
It is a very long movie. Well, You might get a 9-hour director's cut one of these days.
Ooh,
God.
no, damn.
So get
Comes with
ready
a
for
free
that.
cat food bag and everything.
Darwin says I wouldn't say falls apart. Coco says that Hall & Oates going to make Brian dress up as a Navi for Halloween this year. Hey, those would be great costumes.
You should dress up like Brian, and he should be his own Navi.
Darwin says, but it was way
I'm a
too long
Smurf. I'm not a Navi. I'm a Smurf.
and not
I'm a
as entertaining
Smurf.
as it could have been. All right, Coco says, what was up with the overuse of bro in Avatar 2? Bro. They must
Yeah,
have
bro.
watched that
Well-
Hawkman series because they used bro a lot in that one.
Hawkman.
Oh, wait, not Hawkman, Hawkeye on Disney Plus. Anybody see that?
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was
they
a good
said bro a
show.
lot. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Russian guy, yeah. That was
Yes,
everything.
there we go. Yep. Michael says Avatar 2 was uneven. The action scenes were very cool, and so was the look of the movie, but the story doesn't make much sense, and it was a little too long. Wasn't as good as the first. See, I liked it way better than
Wow, the first one put me to sleep. I tried.
Mhm.
I tried to rewatch. I saw the first one and it was cool, but the second one was way better. I don't know.
Michael says none of the characters were No, there was avatars in there.
Yeah, what do you? They were all Avatar. What the
There's a
hell's
lot of
happening?
avatars in there.
Oh my lord! Let's get back to our top 5. Let's get
Yeah,
this.
it was a popular term of endearment when they said they started filming Avatar 2. Let's see. I honestly thought the second movie was better. Okay, everybody's saying that. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Darwin says my favorite 22 movie is probably The Banshee of Inisherin or The Whale. See, I haven't seen The Banshees of
What is
Inisherin
the
yet.
Banshee of Inisherin?
Banshees is good.
Oh, you gotta
What is
see
that?
it. It's
Oh,
good.
what's it about?
Basically, a guy deciding that he's not going to be friends with another guy on an island of like 20
Oh.
people. So, like Colin Farrell's character, just like, why aren't we friends anymore? What's going on? It
Okay,
it
so it's
goes in
drama.
like crazy places.
It's on HBO
funny.
Max and it's on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay,
It's
nice,
very
nice.
funny.
Okay.
Manuel says, I'm just getting here, so sorry if it's already been discussed, but I thought 3,000 Years of Longing was great. It was a joy on the big screen in Dolby. That's the one I did not see.
I didn't see
I
that
tried to
either.
go to the theater so many times to see it, but every time I went, they erased it from playing, like when I showed up
Oh, weird.
somewhere.
It
I
looked
gotta
really
see
pretty,
another
but I've
movie.
heard it's boring as all get out. From most people.
Planet Mondo says Men was my favorite movie of 22.
That
I
was
think. See,
great.
that would
That's
probably be
a good
on one of
one.
my least favorite lists.
I did not like.
Oh,
I was
why?
not a fan of
Oh,
Men.
man, I like
That
Men.
ending, I'm like, what
You
is
don't like-
happening?
Coming in tunnels and naked men chasing you.
I liked Men. Men was great.
I did
That
not.
movie was it went batshit crazy at the end. Y'all,
That
Man
was so
amazing.
weird at the end. I'm still confused by the ending.
And
I'm like,
Resurrection.
oh,
Check out
what's going on?
Resurrection with Rebecca. What's her name? Hall,
Mm.
whatever her name is. But yeah, it was
Oh, yeah,
great.
Nicole was great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Manuel says Terrifier may be running the risk of over-explaining Art the Clown in the next installment, judging by Damien's comments. Well, that's a solid movie. But that's another
Well,
movie I cannot watch a second time. Thought it was good for the first time watch, but just can't do it again.
Stay tuned.
Darwin says Better Call Saul season 6. Wait, what? We're not talking TV. What is this? No TV.
Get
comments,
on here.
everybody. What's going on here? Even I have limits on comments, all right? There's no TV comments. All right, Cinema Man says one of the surprise gems was Blind Buying Howler High. Wait, now we
Oh,
get
Howler
into
High
Bill
Water is
Bush.
Oh my god!
New
they said
my
it
releases
was
God.
of 2022.
It's a good
Okay,
first
we
transfer.
are just moving on. All right,
It's
we
okay.
are
It's not
getting
gonna
now
fall one of the best
that
into.
movies
is-
ever. Keep talking. Hell or High
No
Water
worries.
is the best movie of that year.
We're just
Oh
talking.
my
That was a
nonsense.
great movie. I will say that was a great movie. Okay, so let me start these comments. I know we're actually at now, and oh yeah, as we get into our second and first place picks, just a reminder: make sure you mega smash that subscribe button if you're visiting for the first time. Like and comment, and everybody's channels are in the description below. So make sure you show them some love as well. Go ahead and visit their channels and enjoy some videos. Watch them, of course, and have a fun time with that.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're on to our runner-ups here. Second favorite movie of 2022. So, Derek, what do we got?
Alrighty. Everyone seems to like this movie for the most part, so it's not surprising that it's on my top 5. It is leaps and bounds the most original movie I've seen this year, and you probably already know what I'm talking about. It is a kung fu action epic family drama, unlike any other, and that would be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, I love that movie.
The only flaw with it is that you could definitely feel the length of it by the end of it. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long or something like that, which is fine, but it didn't need to be that long. But beyond that, I thought it was fantastic. Every single person in the cast is outstanding. Ke-Huy Quan is like the most adorable person in the world in this movie, and I can't wait for him to win Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. Michelle Yeoh kicks ass as she has been for 30 years now, and it's nice to see her in a lead role in a movie that everyone actually likes. It was the Twitter fan favorite secret smash hit of the year, and Jamie Lee Curtis is hilarious. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, which everyone already has, go see it. It's great, and this slipcover is hilarious. So that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
All
was
right.
nice too. That was funny.
Same.
Oh, love it.
Just echo everything Derek just said. This is an awesome movie. It's
Yes, it is.
incredibly original. But yeah, I mean, he mentioned everything. It's a great movie.
It has action, there's comedy, it has a cool story, a play on life about a girl trying to come out to her mother and how they're not like it has so much more than like the there's a lot of layers to the film. So
Yeah,
everything they said, but there's a lot of layers.
Absolutely.
How many movies can make you care for a rock
Mhm.
with subtitles? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
That was funny
It's-
though.
That was a great
It's-
scene. I love
The
that.
hot
scene.
dog fingers were funny. It was a lot of cool shit in that
Yeah.
movie to me.
yeah.
It's the best multiverse movie that came out this year.
All right, David, what do we got?
Oh my god.
3 for 3.
That's
My
great.
number 2 also, biggest surprise of the year. A24 did a
Yep.
great job with this. I love Michelle Yeoh. She is one of my favorite actresses. And she did awesome in this. I love the male lead, and I didn't realize it was Short Round until about
Yep.
Goonies.
Data.
I was like, that's Short Round, and my wife's yelling at me. Of course it is. You know what it was? Dumbass, she slapped me.
Aw.
But oh man, this movie is so good. Jamie Lee Curtis is amazing. I think there's stuff in here that should have been in Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah.
and that would have put it over the top for me. But Multiverse of Madness was still really good. This
Yeah.
is awesome. It was a really good movie. Very underrated.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, Terrell, are we
What are-
keeping with the same one?
I
right
know
here?
I would have, and I
You're gonna-
almost
what you
did.
need?
But for me, I thought everyone or other people would pick that one, so I was trying to go with stuff that I didn't think other people would pick, that I also enjoyed. But I did love that movie so much. Like, there's a lot you can go in about that film. But the one that I picked for my number 2 is it's kind of fitting because this is also a sequel. It's part 2, and you just mentioned how much you hated it, and it is Terrifier 2. I love this movie. So let me tell you, back what I said with the whole slasher thing. Look at this. Ain't this awesome? Hey, he said hi to y'all. How
That's
y'all
awesome.
doing?
Is that a
Anyways,
custom?
yes, it is. It's only one, Damien. Look at that. Look at his nose. That fucked up nose. Anyway, so that looks funny. I feel like a limp dick. Anyway, so Terrifier 2, let me tell you, Terrifier 2, for me, I love slashers. So it gives you everything you want. You have the gore, you have a cool final girl, you have Art the Clown that's back. I love killer clowns. If you guys followed me a few years ago when it was like a big thing, that's all I posted about, talked about. My whole room, I have a whole pop shrine of Pennywise. I don't know, weird thing about clowns. I like clowns. So Terrifier for me, I love Art the Clown. The director of this is super cool, super awesome. I met him and David. David's super nice, by the way, who plays this, but he's so
Oh
creepy.
yeah.
And he was in the Mean One, creepy as fuck, right? And he's in this movie. This movie is insane. I guess people threw up in the theater. I don't know. I mean, maybe I watch too much of this. Maybe the new time people nowadays, they're used to like nowadays stuff and not like 80s and 70s. There's some pretty fucked up shit out there. But I don't know. So I didn't like throw up or be like grossed out by this movie, but I love it. It is kind of long. We talk about a lot of long films. That's like the new normal now. That's like a lot of long films. But I don't know. This is great. Like who don't want to see a fucking slasher coming up fucking bitches up? People, especially characters you don't like. He was cutting bitches' heads off, smashing people's heads in. He was like fucking them up with that little demon boy. Look at that with the cereal. That kind of fucked me up. That nasty cereal with all the I couldn't do it. I don't know. It took place on Halloween. I love a good Halloween horror. Like Halloween is everything. My favorite holiday. And I don't know. It's fun. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot. And I'm looking forward to the third one. I hope they don't need a backstory based on that comment. Whoever said that. 4K is the Best Buy exclusive. And yeah, Terrifier 2. Yeah.
And I will say, I didn't say I hated the movie. I actually really liked the movie. I just can't watch it again. Just
Got
because
it.
Some of the I was the one gagging in the theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
were?
I was that one. I'm
Aw,
like, I don't know how I didn't throw up. I was getting close, but
You need
I
more
thought it
booty.
was
Yeah,
great.
I was more excited to watch it than
Oh,
Yeah.
if they had some booties in there, you'd be good.
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
wondering how
Really
I
can't
would do. Is there eye trauma and stuff? I don't do well with eye trauma.
Oh, there's
It's
all sorts of
everything.
Right in the
drama.
beginning,
Yeah.
there is, but
There's
that's
a lot
all
of
I can think of off
kills.
the top of my
Yeah,
head.
to me it gets very gruesome.
It's
Like,
very,
yeah.
very.
and I
yeah.
love horror movies, but to me it like takes it like extra steps.
I was
to
laughing
where
my
I'm like,
ass off the whole
"Ugh."
time. Oh,
It was
God,
great.
great.
Wasn't it great, Derek? You
Yeah,
like
the main
It's a
girl is
good
really
movie,
cool,
though. I
too.
really
She-
liked it.
The
I
actors
mean,
were terrible in this
yes.
movie, but she kicks ass. I'll give her
That's what
points.
I'm
Yeah,
She's
she's
saying.
very
great.
final
She's great.
girl.
Girl, you got good kills, you got gore, you got blood, and you got a
Yeah.
cool slasher. That's
I
it.
just thought it was funny. My wife's like halfway through it. She's like, people were fainting and throwing up at this movie, and then she like put her
Yeah.
cigar out on her tongue. And she's a badass. Yeah, she was more excited to watch it than me. She was like, she wasn't like at all phased by it.
Love it.
She's like, I gave birth. Whatever.
Mhm.
All right, number 2 for me. Same deal.
Hey, I love Brian. Yes. Turn up.
Yeah, it was crazy to see this gory of a movie in theaters. I think the last movie that was this extreme was Hatchet 2 that I saw in theaters a few years ago. But yeah, this is just out there insane. The acting isn't that great. I mean, this is kind of what you expect from independent cinema, right?
Support
Um,
indie horror.
Yeah, it's indie horror. I mean, what do you expect? It is crazy to me how widely known this movie is now. I am so shocked that this has such a fan base now and that everybody's picking this up. I feel like half the people picking this up don't even know what the fuck th're going to get themselves into watching this film.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to watch this thing and be like, I want to get rid of this motherfucking title like right away. But yeah, the Sienna did great in this as the lead. And I like the little boy too. He was good.
Mhm.
We just went to a convention where everybody was there pretty much. We didn't get to see the panel because it was the next day, but they even had the Clown Cafe chick in here, the singing chick.
Oh.
But yeah, this movie's brutal, especially that bedroom scene. And when
You're gonna get me gagging already.
when they bend back that girl's arm and snap it, and Coco
Oh.
can't with that shit.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Somebody comes back
You
with
guys
the
are
salt.
unselling
grabbing
me.
the bucket.
Oh, you're not gonna love it. You're not gonna like this at all, Tim. At all.
Yeah, Tim, he didn't like Barbarian. He ain't gonna like that.
You will hate this movie, Tim. But yeah,
You should watch it. You should watch it just for the practical effects, though. Honestly,
Yeah, he
like
should.
it's worth watching just for that.
I give the first one like a 3. It's nowhere on the level with this one. This one's like
Nope.
a 4.5, 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I like the first one too, though.
yeah. The first
I
one's
haven't
good,
seen
but
the first one
it's
either.
nowhere
I just
near
learned
as
about it,
crazy as
so
the
I'm like,
second one.
what the hell?
Yeah, I think the second one was a big improvement over the first one. Like
Yeah.
seeing the first one, I'm like, oh, that's okay. But the second one, I'm like, they just
Mhm.
upgrade everything, character,
Okay.
story, all of it. So.
Yeah.
It's extremely well made for only being like a $250,000 movie. It's ridiculous. Like the makeup effects and everything. It's like, how
Yeah.
did you pay for all that? Mainly because the director does all the makeup, but it
Yeah,
helps.
he does it all.
and I liked also, if you saw it in theaters, like they had that little stuff after the movie where they talked about the making of the film too. Did you
Mhm.
guys
Oh, cool.
get that when you saw it? That
Yeah.
was really cool. They're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we had more time because of the COVID stuff, so we extended certain scenes, like that bedroom scene. They improved and all of that. So that was
Mhm.
really cool.
That seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're like, well, since we got the time now, why not just go all out with that? All right, so a completely original pick. Just joking. Now, of course, everything. Yeah, I mean,
that.
I know everybody kind of said mostly everything, right? It's the multiverse movie that I thought Doctor Strange was going to be, but this just did it way better. All the multiverses were so cool, how they all connected together. But I love just going back to it being a family drama. Like that was the heart of the movie. Yeah, it had everything else. It had the action, it had the comedy, it had all of that. But at the end of the day, getting to that emotional family drama stuff by then, I thought that was just perfect. So excellent movie. And also, if you did not see the Meggies last night, the original Physical Media Award show, this won best slipcover. So amazing slipcover as well. The googly eyes are a star in itself in the movie. I love the use of the googly eyes. Fantastic. But yeah, movie was perfection. My favorite A24 film, maybe. It's definitely up there, but so good. Really like that movie. All right, let's take a look at these comments here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a lot of comments came in. All right, Michael says, let's see. Oh, being reincarnated into Navi doesn't mean you're in a suit. You can leave and return whenever you want. Okay. Yeah. All right, Dell says Banshees of Inisherin is darkly hilarious. See, I didn't know too much about that movie, but now I'm kind of curious. Like, I want to check that one out.
Go watch it.
Darwin says Ty West's section in an anthology movie is usually the worst section. He made the worst section in ABCs of Death, and I don't remember liking his section in VHS. I haven't seen either of those, so I don't know. Hard Copy Blues, agreed, Dell. Darwin says, what's the worst movie of 2022? You're saying Moonfall. I don't know.
Dominion. I hate Dominion.
Skipper's Reborn.
Yeah,
Dominion,
I only saw
pretty
20 minutes of
bad.
Moonfall, but I knew it would suck. But
Yeah.
Dominion's the only movie I like.
Yeah,
seeing.
Firestarter. What he just said.
Firestarter.
I don't know. I
That
might
was
go
the worst
Halloween
shit I've
End.
seen in my life.
I might go Halloween
Well,
End.
yeah.
Yeah.
Firestarter was worse, and Jeepers Creepers 4 was worse.
Well, I didn't expect nothing out of Firestarter, so I was like,
that movie was
okay.
stupid.
Halloween Ends.
didn't
I
watch
went in
this
with
one.
such
Sunday
hype
was
for it.
awful.
Yeah, Halloween Ends is pretty bad too.
All right, Darwin says, yeah, Moonfall is one of the best, worst movies I've seen. See, if you can turn your brain off for
It's
Moonfall,
disaster
I think
candy.
you can have a fun time. Darwin
I
says,
had
yeah,
more
it's a
fun with
disaster.
Moonfall than I did Dominion.
I
That's for
agree.
sure.
Yep. Michael says, I didn't think Men made sense. Yeah, to me, the last 10 minutes lost me. Darwin says, Everything Everywhere. Yep, that got tons of love tonight. Yep.
Mhm.
I love the Wong Kar-wai references. Yes. Mika says Everything Everywhere All at Once is still my favorite of the year. Definitely recommend it. I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, so good.
that was so good. When I first saw it for the year, I'm like, is this going to be my number one film of the year? It was so good. And I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting it either. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just like, oh, let
same.
me go and see this. And oh
Yeah.
my goodness, what's happening right now? Let's see. Yeah, Darwin says Mika, fair pick for favorite movie of the year. Yeah, Dell says Everything Everywhere is great. Mika says nothing topped it on my list. Miss Yo kills it as always and is finally getting the praise she deserves. Yeah, she's a great actress. Absolutely. Hopefully she gets nominated. Has she been getting nominated for stuff?
Oh yeah, she's
Oh,
gonna get nominated for sure. That might win Best Picture, honestly, and Best Director.
Dell Movie says Michelle Yeoh has been amazing for decades.
Yep.
Hard Copy Blue says interesting comparison. Elle says enjoyed the Terrifier 2, but it needed to be
Yeah.
streamlined. It was a long
longer than it
movie.
needed to be, but
Yeah.
it's good.
I did feel the length on that one. Yep. All right, says, has anyone seen This Place Rules? I have not. Yes. Michael says, Mika, my favorite of last year was Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. A lot of people like that one for
I
him.
heard those are good
good.
things.
Best movie last year.
Some people are saying that. Some people really like that
I've heard
movie.
it.
I
I've heard
didn't
it's
love
actually
it
really good.
myself.
I'm
I
surprised.
love
I thought it
Shrek.
was all right, but
Shrek is great.
Anthony's Horror More says Terrifier 2. Great practical effects and super nice final girl you like. Awesome.
A very, very attractive and nice and smart final girl.
She was a great final girl though, and you
Yeah,
don't
she was
always
cool.
get those in movies, so that was great. Darwin says I'm going to watch both Terrifier movies back to back at midnight. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
You're gonna be up till like 7 in the morning because the second one's so long.
Okay.
Yeah, Miguel love Terrifier 2. Coca says Terrifier 2 was amazing. The bedroom scene, that scene, I'm just like,
Yep.
I can't do that scene again. That's the one.
Funny
where I'm
scene
like,
of the movie.
ugh.
So Anna didn't watch this. I'm assuming.
Oh, she was asking about it. She's like,
Mhm.
everybody's talking about Terrifier 2 now. Like,
Yeah.
can I watch it? I'm like, amazing, Anna. You will not do good with this movie.
I love
She-
Anna, but yeah.
She gets squeamish on a decent amount of horror movies, so I'm like, Terrifier 2 is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that will be a good one for you.
Just you think I get through the first 5 minutes and then she'll be good.
Let's see. Delamu says, Tim, there's every part of the body trauma in Terrifier 2. That's not. It takes everything to a whole new level where you didn't even
Yeah,
expect
well,
it could go.
Uh,
Mika says, I still have to see those, Michael. Yes, I can't find either Terrifier movie to rent at any libraries or Redbox. Yeah, I do not think those would be
I
at the
doubt libraries
library.
would be-
I don't
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
at the
yeah.
library.
I'm surprised that fits in Walmart, honestly, really. Like
The one at Best Buy, that one's cool.
you can't buy a explicit CD, but you can buy a fucking Terrifier 2 copy. You know?
Right. with
Like
an
I said,
exclusive steelbook.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. Mika says, I haven't seen Puss in Boots, the new movie.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, if you like
Yeah.
animated movies, you'll probably have a high chance of liking it.
first
Yeah,
one was
Darwin saying Mika, yeah, it's surprisingly great. Yeah. Darwin says it's much better than it should be. Our copy
like
Blue
something.
says budget on first Terrifier was like 35,000. But I do feel the budget on that first movie. The budget is kind of tough on that first one.
Yeah.
Mika says looking forward to checking it out. Darwin says, has anyone seen EO? What is that?
EO?
Anybody know what that
What is
means?
EO?
What does
Horror
EO
movie?
mean? Let us
No,
know.
I've heard it's good though.
Is that a old McDonald thing?
Oh my god.
Pop Culture 33. Worst movie for me is Elvis. I love Elvis, and that movie was so terrible for such a great man. I was disappointed with that movie myself.
I was
Same.
disappointed too. I can't believe that's in potential Best Picture running. It's
Yeah, I watched it this
my
week,
goodness.
and I was like, okay.
Uh,
Austin Butler's great, but it's too bad he's a supporting
yeah.
character in his Elvis
he's
movie.
the best thing about that movie.
I haven't seen that.
I
The
enjoy it.
makeup and like the production design and everything are good, but it's like,
yeah, they skipped over so much Elvis stuff with that movie too, like all the Hollywood era and the war era. They
Yeah.
just like
Mm.
glossed over super quick, and then
yeah,
gave
you
a whole bunch
you
of
don't
scenes to
learn
the
anything
manager.
about him. Like I don't know much about Elvis, but like
I
I didn't
don't
come out of
either.
that 2.5 hour long movie knowing anything I didn't know about him, and that's what biopics should be. But Baz Luhrmann had to Baz Luhrmann all over it, and have Tom Hanks be some weird German guy who shouldn't be the main character, but he was.
Colonel.
We got
Sure.
mid-level media in the house. What up, y'all? Thanks for joining
Hey, Ken.
in. Darvin Kenny Levels. Hey, Darvin. Yep, everybody's saying hello. Darvin says Tim just bought the trial 4K based off your review.
Oh yeah,
Thank you so much. I just trying out reviews on my channel. I'm new to it, so
Oh,
trying.
All right, Adrian James says, yo, Kenny Levels. Mid-level media says, I'm completely desensitized after Terrified. That movie will do it to you.
I wonder
Absolutely.
what Michelle
I
thought
was
about
just
that one.
desensitized before it. That's why I was like, okay.
Yeah, like I thought I was good with horror, but then when I saw that, I'm like, wait, what's going on? All right, Tales from the Shell says, what's up, Ken? Darwin says EO came out in 2022. Is that the full title of the movie? EO?
It's a foreign movie,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Mm.
Darwin says, yeah, you should check out Cannibal Holocaust if you're so sure about being desensitized.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing now.
Here Hangout says, are issues with Elvis the Bazness of it all?
That's the biggest part of it, I would say.
Mine was just it like put so much focus on the manager, and I'm like, you're gonna
Yeah.
call it an Elvis
That's what it
movie.
seemed like
I
the
want
biopic
more
was about.
Elvis.
It was about Parker and not Elvis.
Yeah, it's like
It
you should make
really-
Elvis the
You really
supporting
got
role
the
in
impression that
movie.
Elvis was a backdrop
Yeah.
in the movie. So
Cinema Man says Terrifier 2, laugh out loud if you want to see a realistic, disturbing, a Serbian film or Martyrs.
Those are both good. Crazy, but
Here
fucked up.
Hangout says, ha, Derek just answered. Yep.
and Inside. French
Darwin
That
says
was good
Cinema
too.
Man or Solo. Yeah, Serbian film is honestly not that great, and Martyrs is a fantastic movie. All I know saying hello. Mid-level media says y'all already talked about Banshees of Inisherin. Incredible. Yeah, it was brought up. I need to see it myself.
A little bit.
Mhm.
Hard Copy Blue says Martyrs is easily the most brutal film I've ever seen. Oh my god, more brutal than Terrifier 2. I cannot do that. No way. All right, let's
It's
see.
too fake. It's what
Yeah,
it is.
Hollow says I watched Terrifier 2, Cannibal Holocaust, Serbian film all this year. Nothing will phase me
Oh,
except getting my
damn.
heartstrings tugged in every Korean movie.
Mm.
Darwin says, has anyone seen
Wow.
Pink Flamingos? I've not
Yeah, I
seen
have.
Oh, well,
Now
she
amazing-
eats shit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing
Oh, hey,
Anna.
Anna.
Yeah, she wants to watch Terrifier 2, apparently.
should show her that.
We're hyping it.
Watch
Mhm.
it.
It up for her.
My wife loved it. I mean, she didn't love it, but she wasn't like offended by it whatsoever.
Pop Culture 33 says Elvis' real title should be The Man Who Messed Up Elvis's Life.
Right.
Darwin says no 4K for Banshees, sadly.
Yeah, that sucks.
Coco says, all right, I already know no one is going to mention this one, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say I loved Don't Worry, Darling.
I did
Yeah,
too.
a lot of
That
people
was-
love that movie.
I liked that one.
I liked it too.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the Pew girl, she did great. Or Puh,
Mhm.
how you say
Yeah.
her name?
Going
But she
to,
was
yeah.
great. She carried
Yeah.
the whole movie on
I
her
thought
back.
Harry Styles did a great acting.
David,
job.
you didn't like that one?
which one?
Oh, I thought you said you
Don't-
didn't like Don't
Don't worry,
Worry.
darling. I
Darling.
was talking about the remake of Martyrs that
Oh, yeah.
not like the
Don't watch the
remake.
remake.
remake for Marty.
Don't worry, darling was good.
Pretty Little
enjoyed it.
Liars. That was not good.
Darren says watch the original movie. Cinema Man says I agree. A Serbian film is subpar. Martyrs is a masterpiece of horror. Also, High Tension is brutal.
Yeah, it is.
Gogo says, what's up? All right, Diamond says, Cinema Hand, High Tension was a huge plot hole, though. All right, Planet Mondo says, I fell asleep during Terrifier, but my girlfriend loved it. gonna watch it again tonight.
No, there you go.
And Martyrs is a glorious movie. It's amazing. The French version.
Yes.
All right. So now we're getting into our first favorite movie of 22.
Numero uno.
Best of the best here.
Well, I can't wait to see what y'all pick.
And definitely stick around, everybody, because we will have a honorable mention bonus round. So you want to stay through that. But let's go to Derek. What do we got for our number one favorite?
Well, we've been talking about it now, so I'll bring it up. My number one is Banshees of Inisherin. Martin McDonagh, dark comedy starring Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson and Carrie Condon, who is amazing in it. And what's the other guy's name? Barry Keoghan. I can't remember his name. Barry Keoghan or Barry Cohen. It's Irishy. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. But all four of them are fantastic in the movie. It's a super sharp, funny, dark comedy with very thick Irish accents. So subtitles are your friend. I will say that right now. It is on HBO Max. It's on Blu-ray. I haven't bought it yet, hence the not holding it up. But it is the only movie I've seen so far this year that I know for a fact I will like more the next time I watch it, just because I can pay slightly closer attention to it. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to get nominated for fucking everything, and it deserves to. And it'll probably win original screenplay this year over Everything Everywhere All at Once, because it is that sharp and witty that it deserves it. So I'll just say that it is a fantastic movie. Go watch it.
See, now I gotta watch that one. With it being your first place, Derek, I'm like, I gotta watch that one tonight.
Oh, so good. So
And
good.
what is this streaming on? You said Netflix.
It's on HBO Max, and then it's out on Blu-ray.
Nice. So it is on Blu-ray.
I watched it on
sister is
HBO
so
so
good.
buy when it came out. So.
Yeah.
Oh, number one. Let's see. Ooh, I'm excited.
This is going to be super, super generic. I don't care. I don't feel any movie nailed what it was going for as much as Top Gun. I'm sorry. Maverick nailed exactly what it was going for to me. It is the perfect blockbuster. I loved this so much. And the funny thing is, I had no intention. I think the first Top Gun is fine. I had no intention on seeing this in theaters. I didn't see it until like the third week in, because I kept hearing all the praise for it. I'm like, this movie can't be that good. Walked out of the theater. I'm like, holy shit, it's that good. It's freaking amazing. I loved this so much. Like, holy cow. Yeah, perfect blockbuster. 100%.
Nice. That's classic. That movie's great. I saw it in D-Box, and when the seats was moving and rumbling, when the planes was going up, and then that little that death route they had to go when Tom Cruise did that, I thought he was gonna die. That shit was crazy. I'm not into airplanes and action movies like that. I get bored, but that was great because the first one was boring as shit, but that one was amazing. So Top Gun, that's solid. Great pick.
All right, David, what do we got for first place?
Yeah, well, I was sitting there in this boat. And I was paddling up this stream. I'm not going to say what kind of stream it was, but I look up and I realize that Tim and I are in the same boat. Top Gun Maverick is my number one pick as well. It is the only movie I saw multiple times in the theater. It is so good. I bought it twice.
Wow.
So on 4K, that's why the steelbook is still sealed, and I'm keeping it this way forever.
Nice.
Top Gun Maverick is my number one pick. Awesome movie, great entertainment, and yeah, it deserves all that.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
All right,
Okay.
Terrell. What do we
my
got?
turn. My number one. All right, guys. So it's gonna be a surprise, possibly for some people, but now number one is Halloween Ends.
Oh no!
Wow.
You're joking, right, Terrell?
No, it isn't.
Please say you're joking.
I like this movie. Team Corey. Corey was everything. This end of a trilogy. This isn't it for me, but this was a fun story. No, don't look at you. Got it too. See, I told you. This movie was everything. Team Corey. If this was a solo movie, y'all would have been living for it. But I don't know. Laurie Strode, she trying to be goofy. Her daughter just died, but she living for her full life, talking about her titties and shit while she cooking cookies in the kitchen. I don't know. The other bitch was dick hungry. Her daughter. Every movie, she had a different personality. It was weird. What's her name? Allison or some shit. She was different in all of them. Like, you just met the dude. You ain't done not with him. And you gonna leave town? She a dumb bitch. Anyways, this ain't my top one, but I wanted to throw that in there, see what y'all thought. Anyways, this ain't my number one, but I didn't hate it as much as y'all did. But I mean,
Terrell, you're gonna give me a panic
didn't make my
attack
list,
over
but I
there
did.
with that.
I'm like, I don't think you liked it that much when we did that Halloween stream.
Anyways, yeah, it was kind of like in the middle, y'all. Remember I
enjoyed
streamed it on Bob's. Yeah. Anyway, so my number one pick. So I'm going based on Top Gun is amazing. You have crazy great movies. Barbarian will probably be up there for me, but for me, this movie sits home for me because I love this series. I've watched this movie this year at least 9 times. I watched it again today before this stream, and I'm looking forward to March because Scream 5 is my number 1 pick. I fucking love slashers. I told you I grew up on slashers. My first film I watched as a kid was Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. That's probably how I am now. And Scream, I've watched over and over. I've seen the first one. I could probably quote most of them. I could probably quote the whole film from beginning to end, especially the first one. I've watched it so much. When they announced this, I was just so excited. They had the original cast back. Then it's a requel type of thing. It's a smart film. It opens up with the bitch. I love her, Jenny Ortega, talking about elevated horror. Babadook. In the teaser trailer for Scream 6, you can see the Babadook behind the surviving cast. It was like, look at this. They trying to like throw these little Easter eggs in. Scream 5 for me, I don't know. I've watched this movie the most out of everything this year. For me, this is my heart here. So Scream 5, I own like a lot of different copies, but the steelbook I wanted to showcase today. But I don't know. I figured no one else would talk about this one. So Scream 5 for me is my number 1. And I'm looking forward to part 6. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna be in my theater opening night and probably multiple times. My number 1.
Yeah, I'm glad, Terrell, you brought it up because this would have been an honorable mention for me. I love this movie. It was so good. I had to see it twice in theaters.
Yes, and Sidney Prescott's a badass final girl. We talked about final girls earlier. She went up against boyfriends, girlfriends, all these fucking people that try to kill her, family members, and she's still sane. She has her kids. She's living her own life. And I don't know, my favorite final girl, her and Heather from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, and this is like the year of Jenna Ortega. I mean, with Scream, X, I mean, Wednesday, amazing. So good.
So I'm excited. I like Scream. That's my number 1 pick.
Nice.
All right, Brian, what do we got?
All right, my number 1 pick is a movie that, I mean, the characters I've grown up with these characters pretty much my whole life, or most of my life. And I've loved this director's all of his movies basically. So you might know what I'm talking about here, and that's going to be Clerks 3.
Oh, I ain't seen that yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love this movie. It really, like, people either love or hate this movie. It kind of seems like that way lately with the reviews I've been seeing. I know Kenny Levels didn't like it, but from the very first like 5 minutes in the movie, I was in tears actually. It really brings another element to these characters that you love so much, and this is more of like a dramedy than a straight up comedy, really. There's a lot of serious tones in this film. It's more serious than you'd think it would be. Just growing up with these characters, Dante and Randall, you just have this big affection for them, and a lot of stuff goes on in this movie. A lot of tear-breaking moments happen in this movie. There's a lot of happiness too, but it's a lot of sad shit too. Jay and Silent Bob come back and they're awesome in this, and it's awesome. And they have the quick stop back, and they're all playing the hockey on the rooftop like in the first movie. Brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. Just, I don't know, everything just comes full circle for the characters and everything. So it's a great all around film. Yeah, Clerks 3. I can't really recommend this one enough.
Nice.
I still have to see
check out that movie now.
Yeah, I watched it this week too. I thought it was all right, but I saw The Whale, and then I was like, wow, that's so sad. I'm going to go home and watch Clerks 3 to cheer me up. And it's just as sad as the fucking Whale was.
Yeah.
Oh,
From what I understand,
What's going on?
it wouldn't exist without Kevin Smith's health scare, basically, right? Like a part of
Right,
it stems from him
Absolutely.
almost dying. Yeah, all right.
Mhm.
So that's cool. There's actually like real life ideas planted in the movie, so I got to get around.
Yeah,
to seeing
and
You completely
there's a
rewrote it.
character that dies towards the end of the movie, and that's supposed to be Kevin Smith's father, really. That's kind of like that.
I haven't seen that yet. Nice.
So
All right. So now to get into my number 1 pick, first place, David, you can add another person to that boat, of course. So Top Gun
canoe now.
Maverick.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, this movie cleaned up at the Meggies last night, everybody. It won 2 categories. It won Best in Physical Media. I mean, you just know it's great at that point. So close to perfection, as close as a movie can get, in my opinion. Everything, when I think about a movie, all the aspects of it, it does everything so well. Great action, great cinematography with Tom Cruise doing all the stunts with the cameras and the jet flying. You feel like you're actually in a jet. It is amazing. The sounds of the jet are fantastic. Not only that, all the characters are great. Even the side characters. Bob is fantastic. I mean, every character has something to do. The comedy is perfectly timed there, but when you need it to be serious, it gets serious. It has the dramatic moments in there, so it's like an emotional gut punch. I mean, what they do with Val Kilmer as well, bringing him in, ooh, so good. Such emotionally powerful scenes. I can rewatch this movie without a second thought. So because I think it's going to get the most rewatches out of me, and that's how I always decide like my top ranking movies. What am I going to rewatch the most? Top Gun Maverick absolutely takes that spot. So it's an amazing movie, just nothing, short of spectacular. So have to
Did-
go for Top Gun Maverick.
Didn't you have such a smile on your face when the movie kicks off with freaking Danger Zone? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
So
they actually
good.
put Danger Zone
I
in
just
it.
bursted out laughing when I started it.
So good.
I was like, "What did Jerry Bruckheimer make this?" And I was like, "Oh right, he did because it was all orange because he loves his
Yeah,
orange stuff."
And I'm someone that I like Top Gun. Like I think the first Top Gun is solid, but this is just a
Oh,
whole
Maverick's
new
way
level.
better.
It's like,
No, it is.
oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Just to
It is
make
exactly
a
what
sequel
it should
that
be,
good
and that's
in
why it's so good.
comparison to the first is just, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, everything now I want to see.
Mm.
Yeah, it's another
Oh,
example of
Mission
the equal being
Impossible?
better than the first.
The new Mission Impossible is probably one of my, that and Evil Dead are probably like towards the very top for this year. Tom Cruise at this actual stunts, Mission Impossible is going to be insane.
Yeah, that stunt of him driving off the cliff with the motorcycle. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, Hollow Note says number one for me, Banshees of
He knows
Inisherin.
good things.
Yeah,
No,
Darwin
thank you.
saying me too. Michael says shouldn't honorable mentions be before the top 5 list? Well, that was considered. I know David was mentioning that, but I didn't want to get too many repeats in there, so we're gonna do honorable mentions now for anything that wasn't brought up because I figured, a lot of these titles are probably gonna get brought up just through comments and whatnot, so
Yeah.
kind of cover everything else that hasn't been covered yet. So we'll get to honorable mentions. So if your favorite movie hasn't been said yet, it still might get set.
Oh,
So stay
And
tuned.
just so people see the Banshees Blu-ray.
Ooh,
Since
yeah, let's see.
no
that.
one showed it, but
There
Oh,
it
there's
is.
no slip cover. What the hell? You can
No,
have
no,
that.
no
Is
slip
No
on it.
slip.
that how much is that? Like $20 still?
It's $20, I think.
Oh no, you can wait for a
I
price.
thought I'd pay
Okay.
$2 or something.
That's why I watched it on HBO.
Oh
Max.
no,
and
I'm
didn't buy it.
waiting.
It's-
Mm-mm.
I love
It's
it, but I don't have
excellent,
to pay
dog.
$20
There's
for
no
the
slip cover for a number one film. Oh my god, sorry.
It's Disney. What do you want? Come on.
They got money though.
Amazing Anna says, I think I can only watch it during the day. I'm afraid of clowns. That's what I'm saying, Amazing Anna. I don't think you can do Terrifier 2 if you're afraid of clowns.
Yeah, watch it
Yes,
with
you can watch that.
some sunlight or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hard Copy Blue says Banshees for the win. Always love Barry Keegan.
Barry Keegan. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Mid-level
He's great.
media, it deserves every award. Ooh. Cinema Man says, Derek, where did you get that Friday the 13th pick behind you? I need that
That's
for my
from the
setup.
Blu-ray
Dream
set.
Factory, the box set.
Yeah, I have the other one up there. I need to do more back here. I also have a Friday the 13th Part 5 shirt on, which is
Hell
the
yeah.
best Friday the 13th movie. And I don't care
Ooh,
what anyone
Imposter
says.
Jason. Nice.
Darwin says,
have
I
made-
knew you were going to say Top Gun Maverick, Tim.
I made my love for Top Gun known over the course of this year.
Right.
All right, Mid-Level Media says Top Gun. Banshees is a close second now. Ooh, see Mid-Level Media thinking the same thing there. All right, Huck says, Tim, never apologize for Maverick. It's earned all the accolades. I absolutely agree. It's just outstanding. All right, Cinema Man says, what Huck said, Tom Cruise and Maverick are gold. Yes.
Go on, Jerry.
Huck says, yeah, baby, go, David, with Top Gun. All in laugh out loud, Terrell. Team Corey.
Corey,
I
yes.
know. I was like, almost for a
Team
second, I thought
Corey.
you were serious, Terrell. I'm like, did he really just pull that Halloween ends? I'm
Yes,
like,
I did. Mhm.
oh,
Maybe if it was number
goodness.
5, I would have believed it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Darwin says, how is Terrell so naturally funny? Terrell, you just
I don't
are,
know.
right?
I'm literally just being me. This is me every day.
Mega says, Terrell, you got me with that one.
Ah!
Mid-level media says, even though Top Gun is my favorite, I would still vote Banshees to win Best Picture. Ooh, over your
I'd be
favorite.
A-okay with Banshees winning, but a blockbuster like Top Gun winning Best Picture would be unordinary, or like kind
Yeah.
of crazy. I'd be
Be
all for that.
monumental. Be
Yeah,
like,
it'd
yeah.
be different.
Darwin
That's
says,
Lord of the
Terrell, do you
Rings.
think
Yeah.
Scream
Five
5
Cream.
should have been called 5 Cream?
Originally,
Doesn't sound
That
I don't know
right.
what that means. I don't know what that means, but
yeah, a lot of people were calling it that. I think the actors were the guy who played the killer Reggie or whatever his name was. He had that like on like a hashtag or so. So I think that's where that came from. And originally I wanted the number, but when you watch the film and see how it plays off of requels, it makes sense. Halloween did it. You know, that's like the new thing nowadays.
Yeah,
I
that was
like
Jack
that they used
Quaid,
the
right?
logo for the sixth one, though. That was good.
Was it Jack Quaid that did that?
And then Mika gives a
that's
great
great.
comment here. Horror dominated 2022 and the box office. I mean,
Sure
this
did.
was a great year for horror movies.
Yeah.
You got Barbarian,
Oh, yeah.
Scream, X,
Smile.
Black
Terrifier.
Phone. I mean,
Yeah.
It's the only thing that made any money that wasn't a Marvel movie or Top Gun or Avatar.
Yeah.
I was surprised that
For everything
Smile
ever
did
all
so
at
well.
once, I guess. Yeah.
Dell says I still need to see Clerks 3, but I'm glad, Brian, you mentioned that movie because now it's on my radar. Like, I want to check that movie out now.
Yeah. If you like the other
Michael-
one, you like it.
Mika, what was your favorite horror movie? I choose Smile. Milo Media says, yeah, I'm in the same boat. And you, Brian, grew up with the Smiths movies, and Clerks 3 had the opposite effect on me. Wish I loved it like you.
No, nice.
Amazing Anna says, I haven't seen
remember.
Clerks 3. I need to see that. All right, Hard Copy Blue says, the horror movie that for some reason stuck with me the most 2022 was You Won't Be Alone. I did not see that one. Did you all see that one?
No.
You Won't
Yeah,
Be
it
Alone.
was okay. Yeah,
All right.
I think it's on Shudder.
Yeah, Darwin says you have to love the physical media message by Kevin Smith.
Yep.
It's the best part of the movie, probably.
Huck says Top Gun dominated the Meggies. Yes, the most prestigious award show. Of course,
Forgot to
I would
mention
happy
when
to
I
be
said that,
one of the proud presenters. Yeah, if any of you in the comments have not seen the Meggies yet, definitely watch the replay on that. That was a lot of fun. Pop Culture 33 says my number one movie was Hustle. I did not see that one either.
I heard that was really good, though, yeah. Netflix one with Adam Sandler.
Mid-level media says that was great, Darwin. British Crumpet Man. If Top Gun Maverick isn't number one on someone's, I'm unsubscribing from the what British Crumpet Man?
Damn.
No, it's good to see different opinions. We don't want to all have the same choices. That would be boring if we all had the same ones.
Yeah,
We got
But
close
hey,
enough
Top
already.
Gun
We
got
had
mentioned
Yeah, half
quite a
of us
few
had the
times.
same choice.
so. But I thought everybody had great choices. Michael says, let's see. Mika says, I said it yesterday, but I'm thinking the only person who still hasn't seen Top Gun Maverick. Yep, Mika, you got
Now that I've watched it, yeah, you probably are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you, Mika.
Mid-level media says, good to do honorable mentions at the end so you don't spoil your That's what I was
Right.
thinking, mid-level. We're going to get to that right now. And a couple more comments left. Mika says, I'm not a Cruise fan, but I'll plan to check it out. Darwin says, is there any special features on the Banshees Blu-ray?
It looks so basic.
Creating the Banshees and Inisherin and deleted scenes. That's it.
Wow. Okay. Hard Copy Blue says, anyone else see the YT vid of Tom Cruise filming his big stunt for the new
Yeah.
Mission Impossible? Man
Crazy.
is obsessed.
Yeah.
If you
he's
watch
dedicated.
Top Gun on streaming, they show that video in the beginning.
really?
Thank you for watching, and he's basically parachuting out of a helicopter.
Yeah, that
video.
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible movie is gonna make so much money now, just from like
Oh,
the
God, yeah.
Maverick hype. Like, it's gonna be
Well,
insane.
and Mission Impossible, honestly, I think it's one of those few franchises. It keeps getting better. Like the last entry was the best entry in the whole franchise.
Oh, that was
And this
amazing.
keeps
Yeah.
getting better.
Dell says, I'm convinced Tom Cruise is trying to die on film.
Oh my god.
He's dedicated. That's it. He's dedicated to the craft. Darwin says,
right.
Doll movies, he did almost succeed. Darwin says he almost succeeded. Okay. Michael says Forrest Gump and Lord of the Rings. Wait, yes, we're blockbusters at one.
I'll take it.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump's more drama though. I would say
That's
Lord
a
of the
lot.
Rings
They made
3
a
though.
fuckload of money, though. It made like $330 million in the
Hard Copy
90s.
Blues.
Meant something.
Everyone check out Derek's videos on the history of the Academy Awards he's been putting out
Thank
lately.
you.
I agree.
Yeah.
That has
I've
been
been
a lot
I
of
did
fun.
5 of them so far this week, and I have another one written. I'll probably try to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, got Scarlett Hayes in the house. Yo, I'm back. I just hit 300 subs. Well,
Oh,
congratulations, Scarlett Hayes. And I do have to shout out Scarlett Hayes for making my little icon for my YouTube channel. So thank you so
Nice.
much, Scarlett Hayes. Michael says, I never heard of You Won't Be Alone. Yeah, I haven't heard that one either. Mama Blu-ray says, Maverick really didn't do it for me. What, Mama Blu-ray?
She's a lighthouse girl.
Oh,
Star says, yeah. Oh yeah, at Huck Pop Culture Cafe. Yes, you should buy Starbucks and rename it to Star Hucks. Mega says, Michael, my favorite horror movie of 2022 was Resurrection. It's more of
Oh,
a
great.
psychological horror, but I really
Yep.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
that's definitely an honorable mention. That was great. That's a monologue right there for you.
Pop Culture 33 says, Mika, I haven't seen Maverick yet either. Darwin says the Banshees release was better than the French Dispatch release. It was $20 and had no slipcover and no special feature. Oh my goodness.
And the movie's better. So that helps.
Yep, we got Holland Oates shouting out Jennifer Connelly. Of course, she was great.
Very
in the
handsome
movie.
woman.
As
like Glenn Close. She's a handsome woman too.
Video Man Gizmo, just you wait. Mission Impossible 7 and 8 is going to be bigger and better. Worked on them, and now Tom Cruise is fighting polar. Well, oh,
Polar bear.
I was a little confused by that one. So okay, that's a different kind of movie. Was that?
Well, you gotta watch out for Gizmo's comments. He'll fucking throw some crazy shit.
Megan says, "Okay, I'm not alone." Pop Culture 3. By the way, hello, Brian.
Hey, Gizmo.
And Holland. Yeah, Holland, I was saying Gizmo. All right, so we'll get into our honorable mentions here, but just another reminder, if you're visiting the channel for the first time, mega smash that subscribe button, like, and comment. Of course, visit everybody's channels in the description below. Everybody, they're all amazing. Go ahead and visit all of them. I know we all appreciate that. All right, so let's get into honorable mentions, just anything that hasn't been mentioned yet that kind of stood out that you want to give some recognition to. We'll just kind of fly through these so I don't keep you guys here all night. Derek, what do we got for some honorable mentions?
So stuff on my little list here that haven't been mentioned. My number 6, I'll say, hasn't been mentioned, and it might have been my number 5 had Dewey Cox, Walk Hard, not existed, and that is the Weird Al biopic. That movie's hilarious. It's like the only comedy in the last, I don't know how many years, like stupid comedy that actually made me laugh throughout it. And I love Weird Al. But the fact that Walk Hard exists kind of did it first, except for with a fictional character as opposed to Weird Al. But it's still the best musical biopic of the year because it's better than Elvis. That's for damn sure. And I did have some Marvel love on my list with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness because I love me some Sam Raimi and I like Doctor Strange. And this movie did the job and has a fantastic Bruce Campbell cameo in it, which is a necessity. And then Nope. I enjoyed Jordan Peele's Nope quite a bit. It's probably my least favorite of his movies, but I've only seen it once. But yeah, I love the alien design. I thought it was really clever. The cinematography is extremely impressive because they shot all the night scenes during the day. So the whole thing is day for night, which is really weird and hard to do. So they actually had to use like a negative camera to get highlights of what would be nighttime shots during the day. It's really weird. You should look into it. And the Walmart cover is really cool. So yay. Yeah, Nope. And then I think that's it that we haven't mentioned. I had Menu on there, but we all talked about it for a little bit. So yeah.
All right, Tim, what do we got?
For me, the Predator franchise has mostly sucked for a while, but Prey was really freaking good, I thought. Almost no one talks about it, but see how they run? I really had a blast with that movie. Oh my God, Cerise Ronan was so funny. Sam Rockwell was great. And then the other one, I'm a fan of the TV show Bob's Burgers, and the movie is just a long episode, and I really enjoyed that.
And the steelbook's nice.
Yeah.
All right, David, what do we got?
Oh, he
He
froze.
can't even speak.
David,
He's
you still there, David?
Steelbook.
It's all right, David. We'll get back to you. It's okay. Terrell, what do we
My
got?
turn. Okay, so damn. So honorable mentions. I'm gonna go with Bones and All. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That one was pretty solid. It looked nice. The acting was great. There's a lot of eater people in that, and that last scene was pretty sad and pretty gruesome. Again, if you guys didn't, I don't know, eating people, it's like the year of the fucking cannibal. We had Dahmer, we had Fresh, we had this, like fucking cannibals this year, and they were all done really well, I guess. But that one's definitely an honorable mention for me. Dashcam. dash cam for me. I know, a lot of people probably on this thing yeah. So the main character is probably not the most likable. That's a cool found footage film. Dash cam was pretty solid. It's a different take on the final girl. You don't really like her per se, but she was funny. She had a great big personality, I will say. And then the final alien at the end was pretty crazy. And usually found footage, people usually they end with them dying, but this one ends a little bit differently. So that's definitely one that that stood out to me this year. Also, Deadstream on Shudder, that was pretty solid. Texas Chainsaw on Netflix, that another requel where you brought back Miss Sally. Well, they recasted her, and then she just came in. She was trying to be all badass, very Laurie Strode-ish, and then she got hers in the end. And that last was pretty crazy. You think these two girls get away, and then he yanked the bitch up out the car. That was crazy. So that was pretty solid on Netflix. I don't know. It's been a lot of cool horror films that dropped this year. The one horror film that non-horror film that I like, besides all the ones that you named, we already went through those. I loved Wakanda Forever, Multiverse of Madness, and I'm gonna shout out Bros, because we don't see a lot of love the LGBT love stories, because this is a big box one that just hit from Universal Pictures. This is hard to get because usually they drop these movies in stores, all the love stories, all the fucking, you gotta get this all the time. But these movies hit Targets, Best Buys. This one you could not even find, and even on Amazon it was $40 for the regular basic ass Blu-ray. The fuck. So this is kind of hard to get because they were gay, who knows. But this I saw at an early screening with the 2 actors in attendance. And here in San Francisco at the Castro Theater, and it was packed, and it was great. It was kind of cool to see something from the perspective of how I grew up and how different situations I've been in versus just the whole straight stuff. So for me, Bros is a top one for me. I don't know. It's been a great year for horror, and I just wanted to take light on the ones that not a lot of people talk about, because there's a lot of shit that's out there that's so cool, so good, and I'm ready for this year. And Megan was great. Go watch it.
All right, and then we got David.
I made it back. My internet dropped for a second.
Unfroze.
So I didn't catch the end of Tim's or the beginning of Terrell's. So if I crossed you guys, I'm sorry. So my number 7, which was not mentioned, was Violent Night. I really enjoyed that in the theater. It was a lot of fun, super action, really good gore. And then I know he mentioned Wakanda Forever. Another one I really liked was The Gray Man. It was on Netflix with Ryan Gosling. I really enjoyed that. And then my third honorable mention is Ambulance. I really liked that with Jake Gyllenhaal, and really good for Michael Bay, not too over the top. I really enjoyed the action there. So those are my 3 honorable mentions.
All right, and Brian, what do we got?
All right. Well, of course, I love The Whale and The Menu, as far as recent ones, and Christmas Story Christmas will make it up there too in my honorable mentions. But I also really love Secrets of Dumbledore. I thought it was a great third movie to the Fantastic Beasts world. Really enjoyed Mads Mikkelsen taking over the Grindelwald character. I thought he did a great job. But I don't hear anybody talking about this one. But yeah, that makes my list. And then Cyrano, nobody talks about this one either. Really love this movie. Great performance by Peter Dinklage here. Just all around great movie. Earlier in the year it came out. No one saw it. And then Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I have
that clearance.
Yeah, well, I got that
too. I just watched it the other day.
Well. This was $7 for clearance, and I basically got this for free after I sold the code. But anyways, yeah, I love this movie. I love whenever Nicolas Cage just plays himself in these kind of roles like that. I don't know if this is his first time playing himself, but it seems like he's done it before. But the whole movie is just a blast. If you love Nicolas Cage, you'd like this movie a lot. But those are my honorable mentions.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah.
I think that's the Target one for 70% off, and I saw it. I was like, all right, I'll get it. And I finally watched it a couple nights ago.
All right, so just to go over a handful of honorable mentions, I don't think these were mentioned yet, but you all let me know if they were. The Lost City. Did anybody bring up The Lost City?
No, that was fun.
Great fun rom-com. I mean, Sandra Bullock is just amazing and everything, but the Brad Pitt scenes were next level.
Yeah,
those were worth it just to see the movie for that. No.
If it could be a whole movie with just Brad Pitt from that movie.
Oh, that's what I wanted. I'm like, let me get a movie with just that. So good. And then also Easter Sunday If you like comedies, Easter Sunday was a very funny movie to me. I know some people didn't like that one, but I enjoyed it. Gave me quite a few laughs out there. And then if you like family movies or musicals, Lyle Crocodile, I think was amazing. Actually, to me, the music was phenomenal. I mean, the music was so good. I think it was done by the same people that did the Greatest Showman music. So if you like
Oh, I
that
like
kind
that
of
movie.
music, yep, Lyle Crocodile, very underrated movie. I thought it was just gonna be like a kid movie when I went to go see it, but it turned out to be really good. So definitely a great family musical out there. And then for a streaming title, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh
was
my god, I
actually-
That
forgot.
movie was
That was
surprising.
so
that movie was
good.
so good because I wasn't expecting
forgot.
anything out of it. Whenever I watch a streaming title, I'm usually like, oh, it's probably going to be pretty forgettable. But that movie had a lot of fun. Those cameos and all those references to all those other animated characters. I thought that was great. Even like the weird like Sonic one, that was
Yeah,
really
Sonic.
funny. That was great. So
That's
that
great.
had some great comedy in there. But yeah, those were my handful of honorable mentions.
Right.
But yeah,
Nice.
let's run through these comments here, and then we'll kind of close out with everybody. Mika says, "Yes, give everyone a
Oh
subscribe."
yeah, thank
Absolutely,
you.
subscribe
Thank
to
you,
everybody.
everybody.
Michael says, "Yes, I meant Weird Al."
Oh, weird. That yes, that was great.
I still need to
too.
see that movie, but that's only on
Watch
the
it.
Roku, right?
Yes.
Roku.
Yeah,
That
it's on
was
the,
okay.
the Roku
You can
channel.
watch it on the website. That's what Tim and I
Mhm.
did, I think, because you kept getting like a
Yeah.
million commercials for the election, and it was like
I got
you
way
kept getting
more
like
ads.
5 minute longer commercials than me.
What was the site? It's called One Site.
What's that?
What?
It's on Roku. You can just go to
Oh,
Roku.com and watch it. You don't have to have
Oh,
like a
okay.
Roku TV.
Yeah, I didn't
or
know if
whatever.
you needed like a Roku TV for it.
I just
No.
watched it on my laptop as we were watching it. Yeah, or
That was a
talking
good
about
movie. You should check.
it. It's
check
funny.
that one
It's funny. It's
Mhm.
really funny.
out.
Terrell, ironically, the director of Cannibal Holocaust died for the year of the cannibal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just
Oh,
died like
wow.
a week or two
Elon
ago.
Movie says, I had a blast with Fresh. That was another decent streaming title for a streaming
Mhm.
horror. That wasn't bad.
And No Exit. That was good
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, Mika says
you,
Bros
Mika.
was a
Bros
good
was
film.
hilarious. It was great. It was a good
Alan
comedy.
Oates says, Where the Crawdads Sing was a nice surprise. Not sure if it's a good book adaptation or not. That was actually a pretty decent one. I wasn't expecting much
I
out
like
of
that
it,
movie.
but
That was a good
turned out
surprise
better.
for me too.
Yeah. Darwin says, my local art house theater is doing a 10-hour Jason marathon at midnight. I need to
Nice.
get a ticket. Wow, that is a
Oh,
lot of
That's
time.
only
at the
like
theater.
6 of the movies.
Cinema
Focus
Man,
on
there
the
needs to be a Basic Instinct panel conversation. Just rewatched it, and that movie is still brilliant. Actually, you know what? I still need to see that movie, so I got to get on that.
Yeah,
Mickey says, seeing Megan this weekend. Can't wait.
yes. Check it out.
Amazing Anna says, Mike went to see Bros without me. Yeah,
Oh, you did?
I did see more movies than Amazing Anna. I saw about a
Bros
third
was
more
funny. Did you
movies
like
than
it?
her. I thought it was all right. So
Oh.
I mean, I got some laughter at it. I
Well, yeah,
enjoyed
because a lot of shit can relate
Sorry.
to like the apps and shit,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of shit in that movie. Sorry, I can get into it, but that was a lot.
Yeah, it was solid. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely a solid movie. Dollar Movie said, surprised no one mentioned Ambulance before Dave. That's a fun action movie.
It was definitely.
Coco says, Brian goes blue after my own heart with those honorable mentions.
Yeah, those are some of her favorite ones.
Gizmo, still have not seen Violent Night. What? Against YouTube regulations.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know, Gizmo, if that's against regulations, but so my man says, can't believe Basic Instinct is 30 years old. That makes me an old fart.
Oh yeah.
All right,
31
Mama
years old.
Blu-ray. My wallet is gonna die. My list is growing. Yep,
Yeah,
there's a
Sue
lot of
probably
great
has all these movies.
Yeah.
All of those. Gizmo. I have a feeling I know what you will think of Violent Night. Brian, Gizmo says, Brian, I've watched all the Harry Potter films this Christmas for the first time. Yeah, my partner forced me, but I like them. We will see Fables 1-3 now.
Probably talking about Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Coco says, Gizmo, I'm glad you like them. I am Harry Potter obsessed. Holland, even if I don't like them, I will still like to see it since it's a friend who made it. But I love that Tommy get to make his films in Hollywood. Nice.
Yeah, his friend Tommy made a Violent Night, directed Violent Night. So
Oh,
Oh, nice.
he's a
Mom
filmmaker.
Blu-ray says, Coco, I've never seen any Harry Potter movie.
So
Oh my
the third
god.
Fantastic Beast is way better than the second one, though, right? Like way
Oh, it
better.
is. Yeah,
It's
it
an
I don't like
improvement.
the second one.
Yes.
Maybe I'll try to
I-
watch it
I-
then because I couldn't stand the second
I
one.
didn't like part 2. No.
That's I
There's no-
really
there's no
enjoyed the
beast
first
in it. There's
Fantastic
no real-
Beast. And
A whole lot of creatures. Yeah, that's the whole name of the game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely like 3 better than 2.
Yeah, I like 3,
I didn't
1.
see
And
3.
I like the third one the best, honestly.
I
like the first
agree.
one, but
I think the third one was. Yeah. Yes, Gizmo Coco says, I am 40 and really late to the party, so it was fun to see a kind of new children films taken serious for once in Hollywood. Coco says, oh, Mama, it's definitely not for everyone, but very magical for me personally. Mama Blu-ray Coco, it's on my list, though. Gizmo, these books and films have followed me my entire life, and one of my favorite things to do is revisit them at different ages of my life. I
Oh.
take new things from them each time. Well, I actually did do a ranking way back when of all the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts movies. If anybody wants to find that on the channel.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Mika says the wall is always on fire. And Darvin, I actually take it back. Darvin says Tar is my favorite movie of 2022. See,
I
nobody
just
thought
saw that
about
last
it.
night.
Mm.
And you liked it,
I
David?
watched it last night too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. My
I haven't seen it.
my grandparents are classically trained, so they were in orchestra, they were conductors and composers and stuff. So this really kind of hit home for me. Kate Blanchett is amazing, but she carries that movie.
She's great. Yeah.
Yeah, Darwin says I'm surprised Tar wasn't mentioned. Well, it's a good thing. We
Oh.
just got to mention.
It literally just came out on DVD, and I didn't even know it when it was in the theater. So
Amazing Anna says, I think Mike is taking me. Where am I taking you to? So, tell me. All right, cinema man. 90s is great to relive. Silence of the Lambs, do much great cinema in that era. Yeah, 90s are great.
Mhm.
Mama Blu-ray says, Mika, I hear that. Mika says, great performance from Kate Blanchett with Tar. Darwin says, it is bad that I didn't like any Fantastic Beasts movies. I like the Harry Potter movies way more than the
A lot of people don't like the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Darwin says that Mika, yeah, it's fantastic. Amazing Anna says, I'm convinced that Mega Mike got me to like movies more than ever so I can buy movies he doesn't buy. That's good, Amazing Anna.
Ooh.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'll meet in the
Secret
middle.
plan.
Yes, Gizmo says, Coco, I will rewatch them soon. Coco says, Mike, I'll definitely go check out the Harry Potter rankings. Oh, thanks
I wanna
so
see
much.
that.
Appreciate it. Yes, Venancio in the house.
Oh, Venetia.
Yeah, I'm late. My bad, but I'm here. Well, Venancio, you can
Well, we're
always
done.
watch the replay. Absolutely. All right, so we'll kind of give everybody a chance to kind of close out, promote their channel, share anything they would like to with the audience. So let's, Derek, we got a big stream coming up right on your channel.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Convicted Cinephile, I will be doing my third Oscar-related or award season-related, I guess, tournament live stream, which Mike will be on with me, and so will Fish, the film collector, Huck from Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, and the other Derek from Peer Hangout are my guests on that one. And we'll be pitting the 1990s decade Best Picture nominees together to decide what is the best Picture nominee of the 90s. And I made an intro for it today and all that stuff. Now I just got to make the tournament bracket. Other than that, I'll be doing a lot of awards guff as I will through the Oscars. I'll be doing a live reaction to the Oscar nominations that morning. I literally took off work to do it live because I'm an asshole. Normally it'd be fine because it's at like 7 a.m, but I work at 6 a.m, so I have to take the day off just to do it. But other than that, yeah, I'm trying to throw up a video at least every couple of days that is awards related
Okay.
through the rest of the season. So yeah, all that stuff. And once award season's done, I'll get back into the random crap I always do, which is always interesting. So go check it out.
All right, Tim, what do we got going on?
So
You said
I'm
you're
trying
doing
to-
some reviews now, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to overall do better with my channel and do some different stuff. So I'm getting into reviews but specifically like older stuff, specifically black and white stuff. So things that aren't generally covered by most channels. So I love that stuff. Why not talk about it? Anyone that watches my newest one, let me know how I did because it's literally my first legitimate review. So see how that goes. And Mika has a cool question. Can you guys share a movie you're looking forward to this year? So I'm just going to answer that real quick with either Evil Dead or Mission Impossible as my top excitement ones. Evil Dead would be first, but that Mission Impossible is going to be incredible.
Man, that Scream 6, man.
It's Scream 6 for me. Scream 6. That's it. Period.
Nice.
Yep. Evil Dead 2, though.
All right, David, what we got?
Hey guys, it's the 4K Lowdown. So we do movie review shows every Monday night. We do I partner up with Turner Fan 77 and we do our top 10 lists. And right now we're doing what's called a Sesame Street top 10, where we pick a random letter of the alphabet and we choose 10 movies. Well, we choose 12 and eliminate 2. So this Monday coming up, we're going to do movies beginning with the letter X and Q. Ooh. We put those 2 together. It was a really hard list to do. The following week, we're going to be doing the letter E. And then on the 19th will be my award show, the 10th annual 2022 Lowdown Awards, which I will be hosting with Turner Fan 77 and then Alex and Nate from Geeks and Flicks. We've each nominated movies for every category, and the votes will come from the chat. So if you guys can check it out, that's the 19th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, and Terrell, what do we got going on?
Hey guys. All right, guys. So I do Blu-ray Tuesday with Terrell every week. So on the Overlook Theaters YouTube. So I think he has that there. And I don't know. I was on the next the Overlook Hour podcast. I'm on episode 397. That one just went up. We also talked about our top 5s of the year. So I go more in depth with my top 5, and there's some other different stuff I do talk about there. Just want to check that out. But yeah, so yeah, check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Terrell88. There's a lot of new stuff I'm going to try this year. I'm going to do some franchise rankings, kind of like I liked how he did the Harry Potter one. And I'm going to try to do some like slasher ones. You know, I love slashers. I'm gonna do a lot of franchise ones that, and like a lot of the ones that people don't talk about a lot, maybe like The Wrong Turns, things like that. The Saw series, Saw 10's coming out. I am looking forward to that. Yeah, so looking forward to that and just trying new things this year because it's a lot of fun. These lives are fun. Thank you guys for having me. And yeah, this is great. I love this. And 2023 is looking very promising for film, and I cannot wait to see Scream 6.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Brian, what do we got?
Hey, so Brian Goes Blue here. We're basically going to be just continuing on with our movie trip review vlogs a lot for you, but we're also going to be doing more room videos. We got to put up a new shelf in the room here. We're going to do another room tour and all that sort of thing, as well as all sorts of out and abouts and vlogs. And we're going to go to more conventions and shit this year. We're just going to push the channel up to like 11 pretty much. There's a lot more random stuff going to be happening on the channel. We keep it very real, so everything's our honest to God what we think and what we mean and everything. So no fake shit around here. Yeah, so we're about to hit like 800 subs sometime soon. So we're trying to push that, trying to get us to 1,000, and then after that, I really don't fucking care.
Oh, nice.
1,000 is like, that's the goal right there, man. So once I hit that, then I'm really not gonna care. I just want to. That's my main goal for YouTube, really.
Do get to 1,000.
Same thing.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Subscribe to these people. Yes.
All right. Yes, I will second that goal. I'm close to 1,000 subs, everybody. I'm about 50 away. So if you're watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do so. If you're watching it, I know you love the content. So coming from my channel, I'm going to have my Black Adam Steelbook unboxing review. That'll probably be the next video up. Cool. Then I'll get you some more collecting deal videos because, you know, I like to save my collectors some money out there. So you got to be watching those Amazon deal videos, of course. And then Monday night coming up, got a James Cameron ranking stream for all of Cameron's movies. You're going to want to see that. Going to have another great panel of blue tubers and collectors out there for that one. So same bat channel, same bat time. Make sure you tune in for that. But that will be it from us here. Wishing everybody a happy new year. Go watch some movies. Go watch Maverick if you have not yet done so. But have a great night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.